hey. Welcome in, everyone. How are we doing? Good to see you. Welcome in. How are we all? Welcome in. Who have we got in tonight? Wow, everyone's filling up the chat tonight. Good evening. We've got RDB. We've got Ashley Smurf. Good evening, everyone. How are we doing? Filling up TikTok. Filling up Kick. We have also got Liam T. Good to see you. Dragon Dark. Liam T. Worst Gamer. Good evening. Wardy. How are we doing? Wolfman. Trigger Mike. Good to see ya. Evening, Yeslek. Welcome in. Crewy as well. Hayden. Good to see you all. Welcome in. Mr. Unfiltered Official. Yo, yo, yo. How are we doing? Zach Fleming. Good to see ya. Hope you're well. Routledge is here. Hope you're well. Chill Bomb is good evening on YouTube. How are we doing? Trig. Good to see ya. We've got Kieran. Good evening. We've got Agri Hayden. We've got Aaron. And we've got Mitch over on TikTok. We've got Kieran and Reese coming in with the first heart me's on TikTok as well. Thank you so much. I've just had a notification say we've gone to rank number 37 on the whole of the gaming UK platform for the amount of gifts that I've been received this week. So you guys are incredible. Thank you so much for putting me on the weeklies, on the TikTok gaming weeklies. That's incredible. Thank you so much, guys. All your support obviously does help me grow as a channel, but also pay the bills and enjoy myself with you guys, and ultimately putting me on the ranking system as well. That is incredible. Thank you so much to everyone. Good evening, Stuart, as well, and Kia, is it? Good evening, Kia. Hope you're well. A1, Reese, how we doing? Good to see you. We've also got Jonathan. Good to see you. We've got Izzy's coming in with another gifted sub. Ash, thank you so much. There's already shooting out. I don't know any of that in the city, Zach. I've got to find that one out. So just let it play it out, see what goes on. Ghost is here. How you doing, my man? Good to see you. I'm very well, thank you, guys. How are you? Courtney's here. Good evening. Curry, thank you so much also for coming in with the 4 months. Ash, thank you so much. A hype train is close as well. We've literally just clicked the live button and we've got a hype train. Wow. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you coming in on Twitch with the hype train. PD on top. Let's go. Let's see what we can get up to tonight. See what we've got. We need to actually pick up some paychecks. I don't think we picked up any of our paychecks yet, so we'll have to do that at some point. But yeah, see what we can get up to in the city and catch some more bad guys. Let's do it, shall we? Yo, Matthew's coming in on YouTube. Thank you so much for the subscription on YouTube. I appreciate you. Welcome in. Let's get ourselves into the game and get cracking, shall we? Make sure FiveM is being displayed. There we go. Cool. Right, let's do it. Let's pull down the music. Let's go and find out what we've got on our inventory. Oh, we've got a little bit. Eating Doritos. Cool. Let's make sure we eat all of these before we end up going out. We also need a haircut, chat. We definitely need a haircut. Right, we'll eat all of them and then we'll get out there. Cool. Oh, wow. There's quite a few officers on tonight. That's good. That's good. PC1 State 2, good evening.
Good evening.
Right, let's go and get ourselves a car. Go straight to the hairdressers because we need to get our hair changed. There's no way we can carry on with this haircut.
Yeah, it's got knuckle dust sticking evidence.
Right, what we got? What can we drive? Let's have a look.
Is he requesting a solicitor by chance?
A V60?
It's entitled to
60?
Yeah, he wants one.
It's quite nice. Yeah, we're going this for a little while, shall we?
I've got body cam of him fleeing, so I'll come by the station now.
Evening all.
I'm gonna stay to living because I'm old and tired.
Evening.
Are
we doing?
Bloody hell, Mr. Roberts, I stood in front of your door.
What did you say, Craig?
How we doing?
Did you just call me old?
Good, Sparky, how are you?
Okay, so you?
Not too bad, yeah. I'm just going to go get a haircut because, yeah.
Sir, what the hell? Did you put your finger in the plug socket
I
again?
did. Who decided to charge my their phone in my office because they ripped the
Mr.
socket
Law.
out the wall?
Mr. Losser.
And
Yeah, Mr. Lawson.
unfortunately, yeah, I tried to fix it and Bob, the technician, said, yeah, he's turned the MCB off, and sure enough, he didn't. I went,
Kinda look like Marv off Home Alone, sir. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah, about that. I'm going to go get it changed because I'm sick of hearing these comments.
Yeah, I would as well.
How are we all doing? You okay?
Never mind the comments. Right.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, good.
Good stuff. What we've been doing out there? Quiet or?
Well, we just had someone decide that he was joining the police force and just drive into the PD car park and park himself up.
Interesting.
We took
Thanks.
Go ahead, Mr. Wilson.
We did a little bit of live dom training because it was quiet.
Yep.
Oh, we got the van out. We look like the A-team.
Love
Pure
that.
as fuck.
Love that. How is
You got...
you know, out of all the police problems we got at the moment, this guy wants
Did you get nitrous
flashbangs.
for the RPU cars?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Fast
No,
enough.
I ain't got bullshit. Every time I fix your
Holy
RPU
fuck,
cars and
Whoa, I feel there's a bit of aggression here. What's going on
There
here?
was a bit of scouse come out there as well, I'll be honest.
Fucking hell.
bullshit. I fix those RPU cars, and all I've heard is more. I'm driving a fucking Raptor.
Oh, I'm not complaining, I just want a bit more speed with some of that nitrous.
Bullshit,
You're
you're all-
that guy's car.
Your
That's not fast
RS6
enough.
Yeah, your cars go. I did your cars because I was in traffic.
Oh yeah, 100%, but the RS6
Have you
can't
done
be
your
used right now
processing?
because it fucking hates his nose.
Yeah, that sounds like a skill issue, sir. I drive mine.
Where is?
Oh my god, I'm going to stay 11 before you start getting ideas about
Proper.
cars. Yes, sir.
Could you not just imagine the speed of the RS6 with some nitrous in it?
Absolutely, sir. It was called the Traffic RS6.
But no,
It needs to be in the capable hands of a good driver, sir.
Oh, don't you worry.
Yo, Abdul Boss coming in with the lightning bolt, and then Phillips coming in 15 roses. How we doing, guys? Good to see ya.
But apart from that, we're good.
I'm going to go stay 11 because I'm old.
No worries, buddy. Have a good
Right,
one.
mate.
You have a good night.
See you later, old man.
Oh, shit.
Gonna wait you for that.
You kind of look like Dawson Lawson in that hat.
Oh, shit. It's not a good look.
Same thing. You go stay 11. Have a good night, y'all.
Have a good one.
Perfect. Mr. Wilson, is there any chance I can borrow you in the office for 2 minutes?
Does
Yeah,
anyone
go for it.
want to come with me for
Perfect.
some ride-alongs?
Oh, get a room, you two, would ya? Fucking hell.
Who?
No, they were like, ooh. Just bear with me 2 seconds, mate. I'll be out to deal with yourself in a second, alright?
No worries.
I'm going to be going state 2. Is there any actives? I'm the one at PD.
Just get off radio for that.
Yeah, I need to do the same.
Uh, 10:22 to 10:60.
Oh.
Oh, it's alright. Everyone likes to touch my computer. It's all good.
Yeah.
Yo, Con's coming in with the raid. Welcome in, Con. How are we doing? Say again, mate.
I'm saying it's usually lying in a corner behind the door.
Yeah, true. No one likes it. No one likes it. Cool. So you'll be you'll probably be aware of the. Oh, let me turn this radio off. I said I'll do it. You'll probably be aware. Obviously, a week or two ago we had the Slater was obviously fired from the police department on investigation from the professional standards team.
Yes.
So the professional standards team conducted 11 statements throughout. Obviously, the whole initial statement come from Mr. Budd initially reporting it to ourselves that there was gross misconduct within the cells from officers from a killing of an officer, if you remember.
Yeah, briefly.
Yeah.
I remember what I was told in the. As I said to professional standards, the incident down the cells, I was in my head for most of it. I don't actually. I'm aware of bits and bobs of it, but
Yeah.
not the full story of it, if you know what I mean.
No, that's fair enough. Now, the only thing that obviously when we've gone through, when I've had all the recommendations come through and all the evidence sent to me, there was a few points that they brought out regarding to inspectors and PCs conduct and stuff like that. And obviously I want to bring yourself in to just clarify a few things. One of the statements that was, one of the points that was raised was obviously yourself that you'd been on with Slater quite a lot. And the conduct that Mr. Slater was portraying was obviously seen by yourself on occasions, but what they've come out with all of these statements is that obviously it wasn't never addressed by yourself. So I just wanted to get your point of view regarding that, and I can go through a little bit more detail as I read it here.
Yeah, I mean, from my point of view, I never really seen Slater do anything that was, I would say, serious misconduct.
Yep.
Obviously, myself and Slater had a bit of a relationship where we would banter back and forth, we would have our laughs, and obviously professional in front of the public eye, but if it was just myself and him in the car, we'd have our jokes and banter back and forth. And from what I saw between him and other officers, seemed mostly to be pretty much just the same as what me and him had, except I think a few officers don't really know how to take Slater.
Yeah.
Probably the best way to say it.
Well, obviously, the points that was made, obviously, Mr. Slater was fired for gross misconduct. On many occasions, obviously, he made remarks to officers that was below the standard that we obviously expected. There were comments that were made directly to officers that felt threatening. The comments that were made, I'm just going back over the footage here. It says from the statements and the body cams that have been produced, you'd been a witness to multiple concerning comments from Officer Slater, and although Slater stated in his interview he had spoken to him in regards to this, just felt that obviously being an inspector with the comments that are coming out, whether it's a friend or not, it should have obviously hopefully just been addressed. And I know when we brought him into the station and to give him his final gross misconduct, he was on many occasions trying to state, well, where was my warnings on this? Where was my warnings on that? Why was I not brought up on it? And obviously we just need to address from all aspects of, well, if you've got inspectors there and you're doing it and you felt that was acceptable, I just need to raise it to my inspectors, say, look, obviously this is what's happened. Unfortunately, he's gone too far in the boundaries. Many of the statements, the body cams that have come up, and himself even admitting it, there's so much evidence there that obviously you were included within some of that evidence of being a witness to some of the comments. So that's why I wanted to address it to yourself to say, look, I understand, as you say, you're going along with him, you've got a certain way of taking him and you felt that maybe that's the way, but we have to obviously accept that not everyone takes it the same way, and we kind of sometimes just have to play to our audience, if that makes sense in any way, or know our audience, I should say. Sorry.
I'm struggling to figure out where the multiple come from, because the only one I was actually aware of being present for any of his comments was the one to Mr. Law, I believe, just outside PD.
Bear with me a second. I'm just finding out here. 2 seconds. But all Slater's conduct, threatening OPC. But yeah, I've got here Inspector Wilson not challenging PC Slater's conduct when threatening a PC in front of him, and not challenging derogatory comments made towards the deceased as you can see from the body worn footage, Mr. Wilson was in earshot and was walking with PC Crawford when the comments were made.
Yeah, as I made very clear to professional standards, I did not hear any comments that were made down in the cells that day. I had a different suspect and was more concentrated on my suspect.
Okay, well, as I say, I brought
quite heavily with dyslexia, so when I'm in an MDT, I am fully focused within the MDT, and if I lose focus, I start making more mistakes, and then MDTs look shit.
No,
I tend to blank everything out round about me.
No, I understand that. Obviously, as I'm going through, professional standards have literally taken about 11 or 12 statements. They've gone through lots of body cam. There's probably about 12 pages worth of stuff that I've got to go through. And ultimately, obviously, some of the footage that has come through is obviously you've been involved in it, whether you've obviously not been heard or you were there at the time, etc. I just obviously wanted to brought you in to have a chat with you regarding it, to try and sort of say, look, obviously you've turned around to me and said, Slater has a certain way of talking. I know that certain way, so I've gone with it. And obviously, if you felt that he's tried to do that, but it's with different officers, ultimately, obviously, we need to know our audience, and as I say, a time and a place.
Yeah, that's not 100%. But as I say, the only incident that I'm aware of actually witnessing was the one with Mr. Law at the front gates. Front doors. To which point Mr. Law finished the conversation by saying, "Well, I'll just go and challenge that with professional standards." So at that point, what is the point in me giving Slater disciplinary if professional standards are going to investigate it anyway? Because then if I wrongly give them the disciplinary, then they come back and tell me, well, you shouldn't have done that.
No,
my choice was to have the conversation with Slater as we went round the corner. I did go and have a chat with Slater, and I said, look, I think you maybe might have took it a bit far there. Some people don't know how to take it. Just maybe tone it in a little bit. Try and be a bit cheerful when you're talking to people, because Slater is he's a tough guy, but he's been.
Hey, welcome in, everyone. Bear with me a second.
He's opened up quite a bit about his past to me. He's obviously got an ex-wife that's within the city. He's rather still attached with my sense.
Yeah.
As he did mention it a few times, and he's obviously got a bit of a saltiness towards Mr. Trotter, as he's now married to Slater's ex-wife. So I just try to come down rather. My approach is never to just shout at people and go straight in for disciplinaries. I try and approach people, see if there's a reason why they're acting the way they are.
Yep.
Work from behind the scenes rather than just going all guns blazing at. But I did pull Slater to the side, and I did have a conversation, and I did explain to him that maybe it would be a bit wiser to tone it in when he's talking to other officers that aren't quite as used to him as I am.
Okay.
Which he seemed to take on board. But again, if Mr. Law's made it clear that he's going through professional standards, it kind of takes it out of my hands anyway. Because again, if I wrongly give him any disciplinary action, it falls badly on me. And again, if I don't, it still falls badly on me.
Yeah, I think ultimately we need to try and get this borderline with the professional standards. The professional standards is ultimately there if an officer's conduct or standards have dropped and an inspector is unable to deal with it or anything like that. Now, he felt that the action that was taken was enough to go to there. The inspector for yourself obviously still can have a word and go through it, and you can report that back to professional standards. Obviously, being the highest on anyway, you'd be able to report back and say, look, professional standards, this is what's happened today, this is what I've done as a basic a startup or whatever you want to say, and then obviously I'll let you take it further from there. If you're happy for me to continue to deal with it, then I'll deal with it. If not, then obviously I'll let you deal with it. But ultimately, I understand for the last few weeks, professional standards have been in, and all they've seemed to do is just try and pick up complaints from officers or complaints against officers. And ultimately, it's not necessarily just their job; it's also their job to protect officers. And ultimately, if they turn around and say, "Look, there's not enough here. He hasn't done anything, Mr. Law, off you go," and then they say, "Right, you're okay to deal with it, Wilson," and that it goes no further from that. They have got the capabilities to do that as well.
I think obviously professional standards are a brand new thing for a lot of people within this force, especially. I think there's still an adjustment period into what they can do, what we can do, and where the line is. So yeah, I'll agree with that one.
Ultimately, they are. I'd like to call them it, but they're the office bitches almost of the PD. Where if we've got a problem or the outsider's got a problem, then they can openly go to them and have a fair and unbiased investigation. Now, if you can see some of the investigation that's gone in on the whole situation, as I say, there's 12 or 13 pages worth of interviews, statements, body cams, hours worth of work that's gone into to make sure that they've got everything possible. You know, I can't do that myself. And if someone comes up to me and says one of your officers is corrupt or one of your officers has done this or done that, I don't have time to do that because I've got to obviously look after you guys, got to look after the force and continue trying to implement my standards. So they're the guys that will take the time and will sit down and go through it. And if they feel that it's a load of rubbish, they'll just throw it out and say, it's a load of rubbish, deal with it. Or if they do feel that something's there, then they'll go further. But as you say, they're brand new people. They only make the recommendations to me. And obviously one of the recommendations was that you've been involved in some of the discussions. So it's only fair that I come to you to address it and find out what was done about it. And obviously as an inspector, that's what I expect.
100%.
Cool, no problem. Well, obviously the stage of incidents has obviously happened. Moving forwards, you as an inspector have the ability to, you know, deal with people, send people to stay at 11 if their standards are dropped or they're answering back or whatever they need to do. And as long as you've got the justification for it, I will back you 100%. And then if professional standards want to get involved in it, providing I feel that you've done enough with the common sense around and the standards that we've asked you to do, I will back you 100% and say, look, professional standards, you're not needed on this occasion. Or if they do, if they are, then they are.
Yeah, 100%.
Cool, no problem.
Also, just before we end here, just to make you aware, I received a complaint from Crawford today.
Yep.
About Mr. Law again since rejoining traffic. I believe last night he decided to use his vehicle to ram a old lady's car from the front of the gates of PD.
So
Crawford gave a direct order not to do anything while he tried to talk to the lady. Once he'd spoke to the lady quite calmly and willingly moved her car. There was no need for any vehicle to be used in making any contact, especially at PD front gates.
So that statement's quite fabricated. So he reported it through the professional standards. Professional standards come to me. They conducted an investigation on it, as they obviously should. They approached Mr. Law and asked for his body-worn footage to prove it from his side of view. And I'm more than happy to disclose that footage for yourself as obviously his head of unit to clarify. But an investigation has gone on and I've been witness to that. And what actually happened was there was an old lady in I want to say it looks like a Lamborghini or, but let's put it a supercar at this moment in time. I don't want to embarrass myself. Sitting directly in the middle of the gates and blocking any vehicles entering or leaving. We had Mr. Bigley and a few other officers around being a bit too generous, if I'm going to be honest. She was like, oh, I can't move. It's not, not working, all this lot. And they were there for a good 5 minutes before Mr. Law even got to there. And they were trying to sort of say, come on, move along. And she was like, oh, it just won't work. It won't work, etc. And then Mr. Law obviously sat behind and said, come on now, move out the way. And didn't. And then all of a sudden, the lady decided to put it into reverse and smash her car into Mr. Law. And it obviously sort of went, whoa, come on, calm yourself down. And he's like, right, now you need to start moving. And Mr. Law went about 1 or 2 miles per hour and was sort of, let's call it, he made contact with the vehicle and then started to try and sort of usher her forward by pushing the car forward. There was no ramming involved, it was more pushing. And then all of a sudden, the old lady decided that she'd had enough and forcefully rammed the vehicle to the point where she got on the other side of the police station with Mr. Law's car, flipped it upside down, smashed it into pretty much a pancake, and then drove back out and decided to sit at the gates again, refusing. While this was going on, Mr. Crawford turned up midway through this was happening and said, right, I'm here. Why is she not moving, etc. And then all of a sudden, that's when the ram happened. So there was very little time between him saying, let me deal with it, to it happening. And then obviously he went back into the station to get his car sorted. Mr. Crawford come down to say, look, why have you not gone with the orders that I've gone? And Mr. Law went, look, sorry, boss. Didn't really feel like an order. And he was like, well, are you answering me back? Boy, I'm blah blah. I'll send you the footage anyway, but I'm just trying to reconcile exactly. And then,
possible to get it in the command chat for
absolutely, yeah, 100%. I'll send that in. But then ultimately he walked away. But Crawford walked away and called him a prick as he walked away. But I've got from his body cam, Mr. Law never once answered back or said anything other than, yes, boss, I didn't think you were, it was a demand, boss, sorry, boss, I won't happen again, boss. That was literally his words. So from that footage there, obviously they investigated it, they brought it to my table because obviously there's a bit of conflict information. And then obviously I've then looked at it. So I will put it in the chat for you so you can have a look at it.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
But yeah, we just need to be slightly mindful of these things.
No,
and that's
100%. I was going to request from Law himself next time I spoke to him is about his body cam and Crawford's, because I'm still waiting for Crawford's getting sent over.
Yep.
And obviously look at it from both sides as I did before when we get body cam footage before from a member. Dash cam from a member of the public having an RPC with them during a chase. The member of the public claimed that there was no lights or sirens, and within the 3-second body cam that the suspect sent, the member of the public sent in, we managed to figure out that he went through a red light, was doing 140 miles per hour, and Crawford did actually have his lights on because we freeze framed just as they flickered. So it's just one of those things I like to try and see from both angles, because I know sometimes the city can be different in everyone's eyes, if you know what I mean. So
no, I 100% agree. I 100% agree. I've just sent that over to your emails.
Yeah, I'll have a look at it.
Perfect, cool, no problem. Well, thank you very much for the chat. Like I say, they've done a full investigation. They only recommend what they recommend to me, and I go through the footage, and I have to obviously address everyone that's been involved. And they won't act on it unless they've seen body cam footage or full evidence of it. So that's where we've got to.
No worries, that's absolutely fine. Thanks
cool.
very much.
No worries, buddy. See you soon.
No worries. Have a good evening. Oh, stop. Right,
let's go out in the action chat and see what we can catch. See who we can catch tonight. Good evening, everyone. How are we doing? Apologies. Office pictures. Yes, I thought. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm claiming.
Folks.
Evening, night. How are we doing? Can I help you at all?
Yeah, we have a meeting.
Yeah, come on. Hey, Hornby's coming in. Let's go with the Sabash with a brand new Prime Gaming. Let's go. Thank you so much. Welcome in. I need a haircut time. Yes, I do. We'll just find out what's going on here with Slater and Bud. 2 seconds.
Go on, Mike.
Don't know if you're aware. Don't know if that ever got passed to you, but there was a settlement offer being passed towards you. Don't know if you've ever received it.
No, I've not had nothing from my side.
It was regarding Roy Slater, right here.
Okay.
It was in regards to the only thing Roy Slater wants is his job back.
Right.
And we can settle something for him to get his job back, and we don't have to go through the hassle, tribunals and stuff like that, which I probably think you don't want to go through.
I mean, at the end of the day, the judge sent me the list to go down and deal with it. Unfortunately, the timings didn't work. I replied straight back to the judge and said, look, I can't make that date. You've not given me any opportunity to offer a date myself. So because I can't make it, and there's quite a few of the other witnesses can't make it either, please can you rearrange a few dates that we could either choose from and all agree, so we can obviously get this settled, because ultimately, you know, we want to make sure it's cut and close. We've got all the evidence to back our situation, and we're happy with what we've done. And obviously, if the judge wants to see it, no problem. Unfortunately, the judge never replied back. I replied back. I followed up 2 days later after that. Again, nothing, no response. And even to this day, obviously, you've come in a few times and said the same thing. And I've said, look, I've had no response from the judge. So I can't do anything right now unless I get given another date. Because ultimately, if we want to go through court, we've got to have, you know, the relevant parties available. If we've got body cam footage and witness statements from people and they can't attend the court, then what good is that sort of thing? So ultimately, that's where it stands from there. We've obviously upped our standards, as obviously you guys know. There has been officers that have dropped them standards, and have obviously been removed from the force, including Mr. Slater. And again, all evidence that we do to back things up, the investigations that we do, we've got a 12-page document on Mr. Slater's incidents and his gross misconduct to back everything up with all statements, body cams and everything like that. Ultimately, I was brought into this force to up our standards, and unfortunately Mr. Slater's code of conduct over the week that these events happened obviously fell below them standards. And I understand Mr. Slater previously said it all happened on one day after having been taken kidnapped. The investigation proved that these events that happened were over a week and not just on one day. Furthermore to that, obviously Mr. Slater was taken kidnapped, and he failed to make anyone aware that he was kidnapped by making an NDT or an incident report. So we were unable to act on it. So the comments relating to us welfare checking him. How can we welfare check someone that we don't know what's happened to them? As you know, obviously, failure to report evidence or upload evidence is quite a significant crime and potentially perverting the course of justice. And if that's on one occasion, we don't know how many more occasions. So, we've got lots of evidence to back it up. And ultimately, I was brought in to up the standards, and that's exactly what I'm doing.
Obviously, you've given me your answer anyway regarding what I've asked you, so that's...
I'm more than happy to send you over the full evidence log we got. It is a full 6-page statement.
Did he say about the course of justice?
Mm-hmm.
So was the other officer that was kidnapped with me dealt with in the same way?
Yeah, you can ask, yeah.
Mr. Slater, that's the first time I've heard there's another officer that's been involved in that. Obviously, you said you were kidnapped.
All I'm going to say is, if I was kidnapped, I shouldn't be filling out an MDT. I should be a victim in this, so I should be spoken to. On the day of the crime that happened was the day that I went on a mad one, where I called out 2 officers and asked them to fight, and I told the other gentleman to, with his mum. That was on one day.
It wasn't, sir.
The other day, so it was all on one day, right? Now, the other time that I said about to Mr. Law was on a different day, so it didn't happen over a space of a week. It happened over a space of 2 days. One was a mislapse of judgment, and the other one was on a day where I had a really stressful day. I was kidnapped and everything like that. I've sent body cam footage over of the kidnapping to Bud, so he's now got it. This is obviously going to be shown in the courtroom, just so you can see and stuff. But like you say, having a stressful day like that, yes, I shouldn't have said the things I did say, which is obviously it's caused me this grief. Obviously, I realised what I've done was wrong. But like you say, I feel like I'm being mistreated. Like you say, there was 2 officers that were kidnapped. One was Mr. Bigley. I did say this, and you was telling me that basically the first thing I should have done is filled out an MBT. But I'm sorry, when my head's all over the place from being kidnapped, I should have gone home, but I didn't. I carried on as normal, and that's probably where I've gone wrong. Yeah,
well, I mean, obviously, you know that you need to be fit for duty in order to conduct it, and if you've decided to carry on, then obviously that's on yourself. I'm just looking back through our statements that we've got, because you're
going on statements that people have got an agenda against me
with the body cams, sir. Body cams obviously don't lie. The same as yourself.
Yeah, but you don't know. You've never worked with me, so you don't know me. People might have like you say, things can be edited and stuff like that. So I ain't being funny, but.
So you've just admitted, Mr. Slater, you've just admitted one to sucking, telling someone to suck your mum.
That's it. That I can't deny. I've said that. Yes.
Okay. That if you just bear with me a second, there's.
Is that really something that I should have been trained on how to up my standards instead of just throwing me out the door onto the street like a little
Mr. Bud?
Go off you go, mate.
Mr. Bud, if one of your employees told you to suck your mum, what would your response be to that?
Yeah, let them go cool down, bring them back, speak to them about it.
Okay, afterwards, well, actually, I know where that conversation's going, so I'll refrain from saying any more on that one. Bear with me 2 seconds.
That was the last thing I said to the officers. Then I walked out, and then obviously I was, I come back to you. That was the last thing that I said. I didn't, and then I had a week of work. People that have made complaints about me have actually said that I'm actually not a bad person. So they can't say one in thing and say I'm a bad person, then all of a sudden say I'm more okay.
I'm trying. Sorry, chat. I'm trying to get the
Some of
log
those
up. Hold on.
statements weren't actually given by the officer, one officer.
Sorry. Say again. Sorry.
I do know some of those statements weren't given by an officer.
We have 11 statements here to go through. 2 of them were from NHS workers.
11 on the paper there was only officer A, B, C, and D, and that was the reasons.
Yeah, so the
yes, but
statements,
ultimately,
what
don't
you-
forget
no,
the.
No, you can't sack me. The thing
Sorry?
in the prison cell, the thing in the prison, the thing in the cells
Yeah.
was dropped because there was no evidence for it.
Right.
So why are they being brought in my dismissal?
Mhm.
You did not mention anything about these NHS workers. It was Mr. A, Mr. B. So if you read the letter of dismissal for
Yep.
gross misconduct, you cannot go back and use
But
statements.
do you?
for something else.
Sorry, Mr. Slater. Do you understand who of person A, person B, person C is?
Yeah, because the people that I've said, and I can tell you who they are.
Right. So you know, obviously, they're not people. They're referring to hidden identities.
Yeah, I already know who they are because what it says.
Okay,
the
but
people
also
that I
not
sent
only
it
that.
to.
So we've got clear. Well, there's the code of conduct obviously come from the cells as well. And
That
we've got
didn't
clear.
state into that. It didn't sate in that letter that I received from you.
No.
that was
But
the reason
you'd
why.
already done enough about that. You'd already done enough to get yourself fired from gross misconduct. That is just further added evidence that we needed if
Wouldn't
we.
stand up
But
in a
what-
court of law.
What I need to know is
It's the same
because
as with you.
the charges with that and interview and all that,
Mhm.
all the charges get dropped. Am I correct?
There was no further charges to be done within the cells because there was lack of evidence to determine who was the one that finished or killed
Now,
the
am I
suspect.
correct in saying those NHS statements that a newly promoted armed response, Bobby Crawford, was the one that hit an individual and also said things, not just Roy Slater?
I can't disclose them things. You'll be able to see it within the statements.
I already know the statements because it was us that took the statements from NHS.
But we've also got our statements from the NHS, and they were happy to stand up to testify for their statements.
Because it was Roy Slater, Buckalulu, Bobby Crawford, Brian Bedandi that was there, not just only Roy Slater. That said something. But anyway,
Okay, I understand that.
I think that's us anyway. I'll catch up with the judge. We can get a referral towards where we can get a date.
Yeah, ultimately, as I said to you, the statements that we've given, everything like that, the evidence to back it up is all there. There's pages and pages and pages worth of statements, body cams, a lot. Even
They won't be able to be used, will they?
went up.
Because
I mean-
you're still going on about NHS and stuff. That's nothing to do with what's on that letter. This
No,
is
but what
trying
I'm
to say.
what I'm
But you're
stating
now bringing
here.
up stuff in the past. But what I'm trying to say to you
Mhm.
is, if it was evidence. So, for instance, I arrested someone
Mhm.
and I've arrested them for something. But if I didn't do the go wisely, I cannot use that. It cannot be used. So what you're now telling me is that I can use that because it doesn't make sense. There's loads of errors in your ways that you're doing things.
You have to
just
understand
want-
that it's also building a
Not
character
bad
up as
person, like you
well.
said, I had a day where I went wrong. I know I went wrong, and I then people that have made bad statements, I've worked with them. They've actually said I'm actually all right. You're just going off of a piece of paper.
Do you know what the date was that you got taken hostage and you decided to go? And
Yes.
what was the date?
I can find out. Hang on. It was. Let me find out.
Obviously, as well, I presume those officer A, B, C, and D are going to be up as witnesses, yeah?
With a bit of luck, if they give us enough time to get everyone in to do it, by all means. But that's why, obviously, tonight we had to suspend it because of that reason.
If that's the case, when you send a disclosure over, you need to disclose who they are as well.
I don't need to disclose it to yourselves. I can disclose it to the judge. but it don't need to be to you.
No, that's what I'm saying. Because if they disclose that, then I don't know who Officer A, B, C, or D is.
It was 21 days ago.
21 days ago,
Yeah.
which would be what? 1, 2, 3.
And I have
4.
body cam footage of that incident, and I have the other officer there. Like you say, this is what we was going to use in the court, because, like you say, there's so many discrepancies in your thing. This is what I think I've got a chance. But like you say, I don't really want to be dragged through that way. I don't want to make you look. I just want my job back. And
Well,
get out on the streets and catch,
with the
you know.
greatest respect, Slater, unfortunately, obviously there's quite a few dates here that you've done stuff that we've picked up on,
2 things,
and
2
it's gone
days.
through the gross misconduct rule. And
2
ultimately,
days.
I have been brought into this police station to up the standards. And if your standards are dropped and you've been found guilty, I can't give you your job back.
Right. So I'm gonna ask you a question now. Then, right? What was done about my hit put out on me by one of your officers?
That officer is no longer in the force.
Right. But was he still here? And how long was he working after he was told about that? So this is what I'm trying to get to you. You're up in your standards.
He was removed
now
at the
probably
earliest
fair.
convenience of myself, the same as yourself.
Earliest convenience. Someone that has threatened and paid for someone to be killed. I have not done that. I've
So
told someone
hold on
wake
2
up.
seconds. Hold on 2
Whoa.
seconds. You gave us some
you
evidence
can't,
to it.
You know.
You gave us some evidence towards it, and it was being investigated. It got investigated. After the investigation happened, he was then
get
dealt with.
sacked?
He decided. Well, he is no longer in this force. That's all you need to know.
Right.
He
So
resigned.
did he? So he resigned. Why is he not in prison for taking a hit out on a person? Now that is something that I'm very concerned about. If you're telling me, right? If this gets to a court, how is that going to make you look as a police force?
But hold on 2 seconds. We all have.
I'll go to
We
court.
all have
I'm happy.
lives here, okay? Yeah, unfortunately this job doesn't pay me enough, so I have to go and do another job, and I have my family and everything like that. I can only get in and deal with it at my earliest convenience, the same as yourself. It was investigated for a week or more on yourself. You were still part of the police force. You were still actively doing your duties. I'm not coming in.
Didn't pay someone to take a fucking.
Hold on
hit
2
out, did I?
seconds. No, but you're telling people you're going to drop them off a crane,
I said
and
he's
you're going to
been
suck your
free.
mum, and also
Free.
make derogatory comments in the cells. So there's many
saying a
things that you've
comment-
done.
No, the cell thing, right, isn't anything to do with this, right?
Isn't it?
No, because it's not.
Why not?
It wouldn't, because you said that professional standards guy said that they're not taking that any further. So that is something. Where's me being pulled into the office saying, look.
No. So at first,
Where's my first
do you not
disciplinary for this?
do you-
Where's my first disciplinary?
do you not remember that you were being potentially charged for murder of that person, and then that was dropped. Okay, but the comments you were made.
Insufficient evidence.
Okay, well done. Yes, that's exactly what it was. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is,
Yep.
there is still evidence of gross misconduct from officers of the behaviour, and it's been investigated. Obviously, it was investigated on yourself
For a
and
few
over.
comments that I've made, a few comments.
So the standards
I
of my
haven't
police
gone
force
out-
is
I
being
haven't gone
upped.
out,
Unfortunately,
and I
you fell
haven't-
below them
I
standards.
haven't taken a hit out on anyone. I haven't threatened to. I haven't paid anyone to kill anybody. But that doesn't matter. That's hearsay. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. So you say up your standards. I'm sorry.
Well, you did threaten to kill someone, though, didn't you?
Okay, so when
And
the
you also
media
admitted
find
it
out
to
about
us
this,
on a
how's that
sworn
gonna
statement.
Make you look. All I'm trying to do is, like you say, just where's my disciplinary? Straight to sacking isn't really good.
So
Where's my-
unfortunately,
you-
over several days before anyone could get hold of yourself, like myself being in, you conducted yourself in a manner that is gross misconduct, and obviously, unfortunately, the investigation come out and you were dealt with. As I
the
say,
date on the
you
letter was wrong as well. So technically,
why was it wrong,
understood.
sir?
I was sacked on the 8th, but the date of the letter said the 1st, so that should have been straight away. I should have been someone in telling me straight away that on the 1st. So the date of the letter was actually wrong.
Right. So as I've already established that, unfortunately, I dealt with you at the early convenience. Obviously, you were quite a weird
So what you're
shift, and I was
telling me
unable
is
to
criminal-
contact you.
No criminal charges taken out for the hit. Is that basically what you're telling me?
I don't need to disclose that information
that's
to yourself.
That's fine.
All I need to tell you at this
what's gonna
moment in
be told in
time,
the court of law.
the officer that was dealt with is no longer in this force.
Right, he
was
resigns.
of his
So why
own
is he?
choice.
Why
Wait,
is he not
well,
been
that's the
arrested for
assumption
it?
you've made. That's the
Why has he
assumption
not
you've
been
made.
arrested for it? Can you show me that he's been
Again,
arrested
I
for
can't
it then?
disclose any information because it's a separate investigation. But ultimately, I've told you that all you need to worry about is he's no longer in this force. So if you've decided to think that he may have resigned,
even more. Do you know what I mean? He's taken a threat out to kill me. I want him arrested. Then I want to put a statement in now about it because I was threatened for my life. And what are you going to do about it?
again, it will go towards the investigation that we're currently doing.
Nothing. That's all I'm hearing. There's nothing. And you're telling me you upping your standards.
But Mr. Slater, you're no longer in our force because of the standards that you failed to adhere to.
I would like to report a crime. Someone's taken a hit at me, and I have evidence.
So
What are you
now
going to do about
this
it
is the
now?
first crime that you're reporting to us. Why didn't you report the kidnapping to us as well?
Because I could. What? The kidnapping?
Yeah.
Mate, have you been kidnapped before?
Thankfully not, sir. But what I'm also trying to say to you,
kidnapped, mate, and you're free, and your life is spared. The first thing you're going to do is go, I need to write a report. When actually, I shouldn't write a report. I should have gone home, but I instantly was called into an office with Gibson and Sinfields, and I told them that I was going to fight them, which was wrong of me. You know, my head wasn't with it. I was in the wrong thing. You know, I told them that I'd been kidnapped. Right, where was my... Oh, well, let's write a statement up. But there's so many indiscrepancies, like I said to you. This is the issue that I've got. You're telling me you're upping your standards, but you've got so many little indiscrepancies that are coming out. So where's the standards are upped? At the moment, I just see that you don't like me. There's the door. That's all I see. I'll make the court believe that as well.
well, unfortunately, it's certainly not that case. You know, I look after all my officers, but the first that I was told of it was when obviously we've gone through all the gross misconduct. And ultimately, there's investigations that are going down. You even yourself admitted to all of your allegations and gross misconduct in a sworn statement inside of a police station.
Do you read a book, mate? Do you read books?
I read some books, not all books.
Right, so you read books. Do you skip pages? Because at the moment, there's a lot of gaps in your story and everything.
But so all I need to do is show the judge the body cam footage of yourself admitting absolutely everything, and then it's case closed.
I said that I would take people out to fight, which I said I did that.
You admitted to everything to us.
I said I was going to take him out for a fight, which I've done. Which I said that
okay. Your statements are very towards Mr. Budd, etc. The stuff that you're bringing to me is
what have I admitted? Is that in the interview that I was taken in professional standards?
As I've turned around and said,
it was taken into a criminal investigation and a criminal thing where
you were offered a lawyer. You were offered a lawyer, and you
didn't
decided
say
to turn it down.
I said I didn't like because the first meeting I had with you before professional standards, Bud was here. I asked for Bud, and we were told no.
That was
there's another thing in the story, you see. So I'm told no.
But again, hold on 2 seconds. You were told no on that occasion, but then you were brought into professional standards to have an actual interview, and you were asked if you wanted a lawyer. You also read your rights as well, and you decided to continue.
So the thing is, I didn't understand any of it, right? Which is fine.
But you're an officer, sir. You should understand your rights that you give to people, because that's what you say to them.
So you should understand the gaps that you're missing, but you don't. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you think that it's your way or no way. I'm trying to get across to you that you're upping your standards. What standards have you upped? Tell me what you've upped.
Well, there's 4 or 5 officers that have had poor standards, and they've been removed. Right. That's firstly.
They've been removed, so that's fine. So what about, like I said, people actually taking out contracts to kill people? How's that going to sound on your behalf when you say to them, well, we knew about it, but we did fuck all about it? Sorry.
Again, unfortunately,
what are you going to do? What's going to be said?
Again, speculation. Where? Sorry. Can I get the evidence that you're telling me I've done nothing about it, please?
Get the evidence then, because
that's what I'm asking. You've got the evidence. Where is it to prove that he hasn't been arrested or he hasn't been dealt with? Has he resigned?
Yes, he has. It's been confirmed.
By who?
By the dandy himself.
When was this?
Literally a day after the resign.
Right.
As he spoke to Jacobson after it.
Right. But I'm asking where the evidence is that it's not been dealt with.
Then, well, there's been numerous times after I gave you that I've been down in a police custody suite when Bagandi, a sergeant, in response was mentoring probation and student constables.
Hold on a sec. The same thing applied to Mr. Slater. When Mr. Slater had an investigation out on him, he was being investigated. He remained on shift.
Did I take a
And
contract out to kill
hold on 2
somebody?
seconds. Hold on 2 seconds. He remained on shift and he was being investigated on it. At the very earliest convenience that we felt there was more enough evidence, then we approached the officer and we dealt with it to a degree where the officer is no longer in our force at this moment in time, and the investigation is still going on. So I can't give you any further information regarding it because you're not dealing with the case. So it's obviously
my
confidentiality.
Case and his case are completely different things.
Exactly.
I
So why are we
didn't go
bringing
to
that
someone
up?
and
Sorry.
because this is what I'm saying. You're saying you've upped your standards, but at the moment, I said to someone, "Oh, you'll wake up dreaming of it." I didn't go to someone, pay them cash, and then do you know what I mean? What you're
Can I also
telling
ask
me
a question
is
as
completely
well?
different.
Yep. No problem.
See that individual that Mr. Slater said you wake up dreaming, which was Callum Law? Am I correct or not correct?
I can't
Yeah, that's
disclose that
correct.
information.
It
Anyway-
was correct. I'll tell
anyway,
you. It
I'll
was
see
correct,
this.
yeah.
Did Callum Law get removed from traffic, but under your command you brought him back in there?
Again,
Question.
I don't need to disclose that information.
All right, okay, fair enough. Was that reasoning because he was disrespectful to higher ups in traffic? That is why he got removed?
Again, not relevant.
I mean, it's highly relevant. It's the integrity of the questioning and the professional standards.
Again, relevance from yourself. You're a lawyer dealing with this case. I'm trying to talk to you about this case.
No, I'm
But this
just...
is all points that are relevant to it because you're telling me you've upped your standards, but all I've heard is you not upping your standards.
But unfortunately, you're trying to come up with me with evidence that you don't have, and it's just
My face-
speculations.
let's just cut the bullshit, mate. Does my face fit? That's all I'm gonna say. Does my face fit in this police station?
Your face
You're
could
telling me
fit.
no.
Your face
What,
could
you're saying
fit,
it
but
could
the
fit,
standards
and
that you
I'm
produced
trying-
over the week that
Right.
you produced them
So
does not
was I
fit.
offered any training about this, about my attitude? Did you pull me in and say, look, we've had a few issues with your thing? Well, did you pull me in, or did anyone pull me in and ask me and tell me about it? No, right? I was already here when you arrived, right? So I was used to this. That's how I've been dealt with. Okay.
Okay.
So when you come in and knew my standards weren't up to scratch, did you pull me aside and say, right, let me just help you out here? This is how we want to do blah blah blah. Did you offer that to me,
Mr.
No.
Slater? Did you attend any of my meetings? I did.
No,
Okay. Did you attend any of my training sessions? I did.
no.
Did you read any of my announcements I made within your emails?
I have asked for that because I cannot read. I have asked for that. I struggle with reading and writing. But
Right.
did you
So
help me?
so
Did you
I've put
offer me
on many meetings. I've put on many training sessions, and if you fail to attend them, then how is that on myself to tell you to up your standards? If
What times was
if
okay,
you are
okay, so
unable
what
to
time-
attend them,
What times did you do the training?
the same time every week, 8:30.
was that? Right. So that's the same as me. I can't make that. So
Okay.
Where was when
So
I
then
asked
we'd
you for
also
the
have
daytime,
have
where was you about in the daytime? So I'm putting it back on you.
absolutely.
Where was you? So where was you in the daytime to say, oh, actually, what I can do is go and ask Mr. Slater if he's actually okay. I see his standards are dropping. We don't want to lose a good officer.
Unfortunately, sir, I'm not. I
character witnesses will say
can't
different.
see through magic, so I can't. I can only report on your standards if I get told about them. And
that's what
ultimately,
I'm
I have
saying. So you're
spoken to an
listening-
officer that's been
You're
seeing your
listening to
standards.
people. You're listening to hearsay. This is what I'm trying to get at. I'm trying to get to you. Whereas when you spoke to me as a person, I said, look, your standards are dropping. I've had this brought to me. Can we make it any different for you to go
Or-
out there? Can we help you out?
The
you do
every
that?
day that I had produced a meeting or a training session, there was follow-up reports on them training sessions that every officer could see, as well as a presentation that was given about the standards and the professionalism that we do. You
I
decided,
didn't see any of that.
well, they're all there for you to see. You had been pinged from it, so it is in your email, so you should be reading it. Obviously, all officers have a duty of care, and every officer has a duty to abide by the standards that we're giving out. If you're failing to do that, then I can't be held responsible for that, and that's only yourself.
Can I ask a question?
Yep.
Out of every single professional standards or yourself investigations you've ever done, how many of them resulted in instant dismissal?
I don't need to disclose that information,
Just a question.
and I don't have to answer it.
At the end of the day, it looks like it's going to go to court because this gentleman here is clutching at straws, bud. You know what I mean?
It certainly can go
There's
to
so
court,
many
and
gaps
if
in the floor.
ultimately the way it stands is
definitely gonna go
I've
to
been
court.
ultimately I've been put in charge of this police station to uphold the standards and increase the standards, because the standards weren't great when I first took over, and I'm trying to improve them. And unfortunately, as you say, you were here before, and if you've gone by previous standards, that's unfortunately on yourself. But I'm up in the standards here, and ultimately the standards that you've produced is below the standards that we expect, and obviously you'd been dealt with from it. That unfortunately there was many occasions within the week that you'd produced them standards that was enough to turn around and say, hang on a minute, we've got 1, 2, 3 strikes here, if not more. We need to deal with this. And so we have done. There is other officers.
About any strikes?
There is other officers. No, but unfortunately you did it within a period that you were.
No. Was I told about any of these strikes?
So you did it one after another throughout the week
I'm
before
asking
any
the question,
officer
not
could get to yourself to deal with it. They come through investigations.
Why could they not get to me? I was in the police force. I was working my times. Why could
I
they
know,
not
I
get
understand
to
that,
me?
sir. I understand, but as you've said,
they
many
was not in the
occasions
daytime shift, which I
you
do.
were in on your own on many occasions, and then occasions that we did see yourself in, that's where we've taken the statements from the body cams, and that's where it was dealt with. Obviously, we've investigated it. There's 11, 12 pages worth of stuff. We haven't just gone, yeah, we don't like you, off you go. We're not about that. We're about making sure that everyone gets a fair and equal opportunity.
So
and unfortunately,
when the first thing come in, as a high officer, as the highest officer, did you not think, oh, okay, what's going on here? Let's try getting in touch with him.
hold on, 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Don't forget, the first time this came to you, and the main reason you're sitting here today and being investigated is because the gentleman to your right was the one that reported it, that there was an issue, that someone had been murdered in the cells. And unfortunately, all the investigations come from that, and that's why you're sitting here with no job right now.
That was dropped. So that can't.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
The criminal thing was dropped on it. So basically, why are you using stuff that was dropped? But you're
because
still,
again,
but that statement, no, you've dropped that case. If you had enough evidence,
we've dropped the murder case, but there's the manslaughter, but there's still officer misconduct within that, including yourself, and sworn statements from officers and other individuals to prove that you've obviously been in the wrong with that. And then there's other incidents as well that you've done over the course of the week. As I say, I've been brought into this station to up the standards, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm trying to get rid of the people that have the standards reduced, and that's ultimately what I've done.
Whatsoever.
Mr. Bud, you said you got a question.
See, after the instance when Mr. Slater said to the two officers, suck your mum, and offered them to fight.
Yep.
See, after that, was there any issues between those officers and Slater?
Negative. None whatsoever.
Again, disclosing within the statements, you can read them, no problem.
There wasn't. I can guarantee there wasn't. I spoke to the person I told to suck your mum, I've spoke to him after many of times. I've also asked the one.
This is good chat. I'm enjoying this.
Out with him and Mr. Law that I said he was going to dream of falling off thing. I saved his life not once but twice in that space of a week. So all these people that have put statements against me, I've actually worked with, and they've not said nothing. I've not had a bad judgment against them. So 1 day or 2 days over the thing, you're judging on my whole outfit. You know, there's not even okay, on this time we'll give you a final written warning for your actions. You know, you need to up the standards of the way you go. The fact of the matter is, because it was a manslaughter charge that got dropped, you've instantly thought, oh, we need to get rid of him out of here quickly.
It's not necessarily that. It's the fact that in professional standards have investigated it, found on many occasions that the gross misconduct has been committed. And ultimately, there was too much there to turn around and say, look, this guy needs a second chance. The attitude that you've shown on many occasions through the statements and the body cams was enough to say this guy really doesn't care about being here and obviously dealing with the people. Once you found out there was maybe a potential investigation against yourself, then obviously you've looked up to your standards. And you know, if only you,
an investigation about
unfortunately, if only you decided to up the standards before this all happened, you know, I'd have been hopefully still working with yourself now.
But yeah, but like you say, right,
guys, thank you so much for all the. I'm seeing all these. Just bear with me.
I've had a couple of bad days. literally a couple of bad days.
Hold on a sec. So
like
originally
you say-
it was one bad day, and now all of a sudden you're going to couple,
No,
because I'm telling you
like
that
I
it
said to you-
is.
No, I already told you this. I didn't say it was on one day.
You did,
I
sir.
told you the Mr. Law thing and the other 3 things or 2 things that happened were on one day.
But the when we first spoke, and I dismissed you, you said it was all on one day. This is one day that it's happened,
Callum,
and all of a
Callum
sudden,
I never said it was on one day.
you did, sir. I've got body
No, I
cam
didn't.
footage for it.
Yeah, that's fine. You can use that. But I'm just telling you, you've got it all wrote down, and I've even admitted to it.
Was
The
that when we
fact
were
of the
in
matter
here?
is, yeah, we was in here. Yeah, the day that he told you to shut up, bad as well.
That's
Up in
that's
the
correct.
stand, if you
Yeah.
remember that?
I never knew that was recorded. Oh.
Yeah, that's Oh, that's even better then. That's fine. This is all I'm saying. Look, at the end of the day, right? I've been in the police force. I literally have nothing. I'm sitting at home, or I'm sitting in the streets, just waiting for the days to go by. I have nothing. Police is my everything. You know, a couple of bad days, judgment of me saying a few things. It's not. I wouldn't say it's that bad. Maybe a bit of training could have helped me, right? You know, I'm passionate about my job. All I want is my job back. I don't want anything else. I don't want to take you to. I don't really want to take you to the tribunal or court because I don't want anything apart from my job.
Well, ultimately, you know,
Literally,
if you
I
do
just
go
want
to,
my job.
I understand that, sir. Now there's been a huge investigation regarding it, and ultimately, you know, it's led to your dismissal because of the amount of gross misconduct was involved. And you know, if you were to take us to court, and this is no threat or anything like that, but if I have an officer taking me to court trying to get money out of me for for unfair dismissal,
There's no money. There's no money involved.
well,
don't want
with
money.
going to court, I
literally want my job back.
I can't give you your job back because you're going to court. So ultimately,
it's not classed as a criminal court. So this is look.
But what I'm saying is the judge turns around to me and says, "Oh, we found you unfair dismissal." He can say you give him the job back, but I physically don't have to give the job back if I still feel that our standards aren't here, and that's what I'm ultimately saying. We want to work together. You know, our standards are improving.
Right. So if you say about working together, how can we improve? How can we sort this out, man to man, right now? How can we sort this out? What do I need to do for you to maybe look at me in a different light? What do I have to do? I don't want to go down this court thing. I'm fed up with it. I want you. What do I need to do? What do I need to do as a human being to show you? What do I need to do?
So I need attitude improvements from the statements from the. Hold on.
How do I get this attitude statements?
If you want to let me finish. So from the statements that I've read and from the body cams that I've seen, I've got yourself on many occasions turning around and saying, you know, I police the way I police. I don't care about anything else. The standards, etc., is, you know, I do myself. The offer, you know, if someone's fucked up, they fucked up, or whatever like that. You've offered officers out there because you know you don't like the way they've spoken or don't like certain things. Ultimately, I've been brought into this force to raise the standards. On day one, I turned around and said, "There's a time and a place for everything," and ultimately, when we're in the public eye or with other officers, we're one big family and we look after each other, and we also uphold the law to the best that we can. Obviously, Mr. Budd, he comes in. If officers aren't producing the correct, you know, guide wisely, or they've not read their cautions or stuff like that, then obviously we look into it. The same thing as if officers aren't reporting stuff, they get looked into, and Mr. Budd then goes, "Brilliant, I've just got a win because this officer's not reported something." I've got yourself sitting on the other side, turning around and saying, "I've been kidnapped." If I've been kidnapped, I want to be looking to try and get these people caught as quick as I can, or as you say, if someone's got a hit out or whatever, I'm there trying to make sure these criminals go down for it. So I'm looking to give statements. I'm looking to make sure the MDT's been created. There's many, like, you know, a week or two after where you'd still been on duty and still doing your duties until the investigation had finished. You had plenty of opportunity to look back on the MDTs to find one, and if it hasn't been one, raise it to the relevant people. Ultimately, we've got a professional standards team here for a reason, and anyone is able to go to the professional standards team confidentially and say, "This has happened, please can you help me," and look into it. And ultimately that's what's happened on this occasion and many other occasions, and officers have been dealt with through the necessary cause.
Can I tell you something?
Yep.
When Slater was kidnapped, they did raise it.
He raised it from what he's just
The
told me
CID.
now.
To CID.
Who is CID, did you say?
He raised it to CID.
He raised it to CID. Okay.
Yes,
that-
then CID, after Roy Slater told Sinfields and Bruce Gibson to suck the mum after that, JG then went and told him what had happened. And that's why after that, Roy Slater and them two didn't have any issues, because they understood what had happened and it was out of anger in the time of the situation. That's why that happened. But you would know that if you spoke to them.
But again, it'd also be nice. These officers, unfortunately, have been on. Well, one of the officers have been on holiday, so he's not been around. So I've not been able to catch him up with
I
that.
understand that.
Okay, so that, like you say, right? It seems like both parties here, like you say, if you've not spoken to whoever it was, how can I show you my standards can improve and be a different officer? How can I show you that when you're not giving me a chance?
So
Do you tell me how can I show you? I've asked you the question and you've just gone over. How can I show you that my attitude has changed? You know, I can be that officer that you want. How can I show you? Like you say, without the police force, I have nothing.
I understand
There's
that.
no Roy Slater.
I understand that. Now, ultimately, as you said, you're an officer that's been here previously. You've not attended any of our training sessions or meetings. The only way that this can move forward and for yourself to be an officer is we would need to essentially make you start again. And you would then learn the standards. You would learn all the code of conducts as you would from a police student. And you'd have an opportunity to go through the back through the starting stage to go from there. You'd be on a probation of a week, as you would as a normal student anyway. And then moving forward from there, obviously, if the standards haven't been improved, then obviously you would be removed fully, and obviously no chance of a comeback.
So basically, what you're saying is I can come back as a PCSO.
That would be
and start again.
that I would obviously you'd have to give me 24 hours or so to run that past obviously my GC2, but also go back with professional standards, because ultimately, you know, the investigation happened and we want to make sure it's fair and consistent for all officers. And if I turn around and, you know, open a gate to say, right, this person's done this, can we, you know, look to bring someone back as a police constable and give them give them opportunity, then obviously I'd need to make sure that it's fair for all officers that would end up going through this procedure. So yes, as I'm saying, there is a potential lifeline, and the lifeline would be from a student perspective, and you'd have to start again as a student and work your way from there. Obviously, you were previously a police constable, and your standards that you were portraying may have been from previous standards that you know about or anything like that. I'll give you potential benefit of the doubt from there. But as you say, there are small statements within that. You've said is mainly 2 days. I've got sworn statements that's more than 2 days. But ultimately, when I've come to you originally, I understand it's not nice to be sacked or dismissed, anything like that. But the instance before anything else happened, it was just, right, see you in court. And that was it. There was no, you know, questioning or a little bit more of a defense mechanism towards myself. It was just instant, fuck ya, court will deal with it.
Do you know my date of birth, sir?
Off the top of my head, I don't, but I can find that one out.
I was born in 1948, mate. So my policing was in the 70s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, where we did things the way that I've been doing it. Like you say, I'm not used to this new policing standard. But you ask any
Good evening. I haven't been to the barbers. No.
They didn't like Roy Slater, which is the way it should be. They didn't like him, but I was fair. You know, yes, I say things that I shouldn't do. Obviously, we all get angry at times, and I do say stuff that I shouldn't. You know, I've been sat there now for a couple of weeks thinking about the actions, and do you know what? If I have to change the way I police to keep up with the standards that you want to portray, then that's something that I'm willing to do. I may slip up, but like you say, I can only learn and train from, like you say, from the start. You know, I'll tell the professional standards the same thing as well. You know what I mean? I'll tell you number 2 the same thing. I'm not a bad person. I've said a few things that I shouldn't have done, but give me that chance and I'll prove it to you, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I understand that. as I say, you before this all happened, I was in the force probably 2 or 3 weeks. So the standards that I'd been set across was obviously giving people time to adapt themselves. And unfortunately, obviously, you went in the way that you went about. But the only way that we can move forward from this is potentially a lifeline of a student officer and learning the ropes of how any officer would do if they come into the force as of today. That's something that I would go back and speak to the standards team, GC2, and obviously our recruitment team to whether they're, we're all in the same boat about it and for further fair cases on it. But that's a lifeline that I'm potentially offering out as of today, pending everyone else's approval.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I just make it firm, as I have done already, that the standards that we're producing is high. We may not always get everyone, but the people that do get caught have to firm it. And if they've been caught out and they've done wrong, and professional standards gone through it, or there's evidence and there's enough there, then I have to be ruthless sometimes. And ultimately, that's what happened today with yourself.
Like you say, I understand. Like you say, it's your business. Like you say, you want the standards.
Give me what you
Rui,
got.
thank you so much for the bits. Welcome in, guys. Bear with me a second. I will thank everyone in a minute.
I've said words. Words can mean something, but does it really mean something? That's the way I look at it. If I'd done the actions, then it'd be something a bit different. I wouldn't be sitting here pleading with you. I've said I say it how it is. I say it how it is. Like I'm not afraid to say what I think, which sometimes can get you in trouble. But deep down, I'm not a bad person.
Listen, we all have our heated moments, and I respect you coming in and, one, pleading for it, but two, recognizing your mistakes. I'm always someone who looks to try and bring the good out in people. There's some people that do cause a problem, and the only way that we can deal with it is just removal. But I'm always open to try and correct people's mistakes. And hopefully, we can potentially do something that here. But as long as we're all on the same page, that the standards are the standards, and if we have to deal with it, then we have to deal with it, and it's respected.
Like you say, if that's what you're willing to do, I'm quite happy to go back to the start again and learn the way. I know, like you say, I know what what I can and I can't do now. I know I can't potentially tell someone to I won't say it because it is a bit of a stupid thing to say.
Yeah, I mean, I would have probably sat you on the spot, but that's another thing, But
it was very ridiculous, and me calling out for a fight is just the old school in me. Shouldn't really say that, but they shouldn't really take it to heart, But if it's something that you're willing to offer, I'll speak to Bud about it. Like you say, you're going to give me 24 hours to come back, and if I have to start again and go by what your standards are, then I'm quite happy to take that on board and learn and move on, sort of like draw the line and move on from it, kind of thing. I don't want to go down this.
Sean, 29 months. Bear with me, guys. No, I appreciate that. We will. I will make sure you have an active mentor with yourself, so you're familiar and try and the transition. If you do make it back, we can transition and help you in any way possible. But also just to keep an eye if we need to.
Yeah.
But ultimately, yeah, we produce the standards. Please do feel free, if you can make it to the training session on the meetings. They are quite helpful, and they do.
I just need to know when, because like you say, if I sometimes I'm not available. But
No, I'm not always available either, so I understand that. But we're only here to try and help each other and improve everyone together. We need everyone to be working together and not against.
Yeah.
And the people that do try and push boundaries are obviously dealt with. And I hope that every officer, when they see it, can report it and it gets dealt with. But I'm only myself.
Hopefully I won't get taken hostage again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Like I say, I take everything as serious as I can, and ultimately I'm only myself. And if nothing gets reported to myself, then I have to question why and deal with it appropriately. And obviously, as you say, it looks bad on myself if things aren't dealt with, but I can only deal with what I can deal with. So, yeah, we won't drown any more out of this. We will go away 24 hours, and I'll be back with an answer tomorrow for you.
So obviously you'll get back to. Is it me or will you get back to Bud?
I can get back to yourself. Ultimately, I mean, obviously, if we're looking to bring yourself back on, legal representation is, I don't feel that it's necessary. But obviously, again, that's entirely up to yourself. But I can get back to whoever you want me to get back to.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. You can either get back to me or like you say, if I'm not about, just drop a message to Bud and he'll message me to say yes or no, kind of thing, and then we can move on from that.
Absolutely.
I think that'd be the fairest way, won't it? Will it not?
Yeah, absolutely. I've got your number here anyway, so
You got my
2
number?
seconds. Let me just make sure.
No, I don't think you have.
I end up
Have
losing.
you?
I lost my phone the other day, so I was trying to get everyone's contacts. Let me try.
Let me just give you.
Whoa,
contacts here.
Jesus! You're behind the
What's that?
computer.
What?
Behind the computer. You
You
just
good?
knocked the computer flying off the desk.
Oh, I didn't touch the computer.
Ah,
but
no
okay.
worries. All good. Right. No problem. Like I say.
Can I just ask a question?
Yeah.
Like, are you all right though? Because
Someone-
last time I see you, your hair's a bit
Yeah. So
wacky.
you see this printer?
Right.
Someone unplugged the plug and plugged their phone charger in, charged the
Right.
phone, ripped it out the wall, and I tried to repair the socket. Our maintenance guy, told me he'd tripped the MCB, and yeah, the rest is history.
Oh, right. Okay. I won't say anything.
No,
okay.
it was a shocking experience, to be honest.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been great to settle it in court, obviously, but
No.
just a shame that
It
the
would have
judge
been an
kept us waiting.
experience, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
it'd been
like I say, it
experience,
would have
wouldn't
been.
it?
I'm sure there was been the outcome here would probably have been a lot different. So it's sometimes nice to deal with it in
Yeah.
this manner.
Yeah. Lovely. Thank
No
you,
worries.
sir.
Take it
soon.
easy and stay safe.
Bye bye. See you later.
See you later.
Mr. Roberts,
Hello,
says
mate.
so.
How you doing?
Hello. Officer Holt told me to speak to you.
Regarding?
So I passed my PC test today, got
Yep.
promoted, did my taser training, and then they found out that I joined on Saturday and took it back off me.
Right. Okay. So we normally say four shifts or 4
Yeah.
days if you're on for you to have your earliest as your PC test. Who conducted your PC test?
It was, what's his name? Sean Wicks.
Sean Wick.
Obviously,
Okay.
I spoke to
You got
it
brought on
Ravy?
Sunday, didn't you, rather than Saturday?
Saturday. I got brought on.
Okay, Saturday.
I spoke to Ravy about it because obviously I'd done most of my checklist Saturday due to it being a really busy night.
Yep.
And I've got previous experience in PDs in other cities. And he was quite content with me potentially doing it today or tomorrow, depending on when I finish my checklist. Oh, it seemed that way from the conversation I had with him.
Right.
And then I obviously spoke to Wicks about doing my test today. He
Yep.
did my test, but I believe he was under the impression I'd been in a bit longer, to be fair to him.
Right.
And then obviously someone said something, and I got told to come back into this.
So you got a confirmation that Ravy had said that you're okay to do your test.
It seemed like he was content with me doing it, yes, from the conversation I had with him.
Right, okay. Well, the fact that you've obviously done your test and Mr. Wick has said it's unfair for me to take it off you, I will just obviously deal with it with them guys. So if you don't mind
Yeah.
telling me what your name is.
Wellington.
Okay, so you're a response PC now anyway. So you've
Yeah, I
got
just
the
got
role.
told to put this uniform back on. I did my taser training, and I was about to do my level 2 driving.
Right.
But obviously I put that on hold until
No.
I got an answer with this.
Okay, so I'll speak to them about the communication errors that's obviously gone on. How many days did you put in during your time? Up
So
till
I
now.
started at 2 p.m. on Saturday. I was on till about 2 a.m.
Yep.
And I was on all day Sunday, and I've been on since about, I'd say 5:30 today.
Okay. Listen, I'm going to honour it because of the fact that you've already done it. It'd be unfair for you to do it all again. I will speak to them about it. Go put your normal stuff on. I will speak to Wilson about getting you pushed up to level 2. And then
Yes.
obviously go from there. Well, congratulations for obviously passing.
Thank you.
And yeah, we'll see you out in the force.
No worries. Thank you very much.
No problem. Right, come on, chat. Let's get out there. We've been in the office. That was good, though. I enjoyed that, you know. At the end of the day, we had a recommendation from professional standards. I can then go back to professional standards and say, look, this is the situation. They've tried to set it out of court. I was ready to sack him and continue through with it. There's been I thought of an opportunity of a way that would potentially get back, dependent on some of the situation that's gone on. What's your thoughts within that? And I also need to speak to the rest of the divisions, like the response guys, because ultimately Ravy is recruitment, so he'll obviously have a say with it. We'll have a say from GC2 as well. And then if we all come together and say, right, we've got to find a second time, fine. If they say, no, listen, enough's enough, then obviously that's it. But it's a group decision that ultimately started from an investigation. Professional standards dealt with that, and it's gone from there. But it was very good role play from both sides. Absolutely, Joker. How are we doing, buddy? Right, let's go through exactly what's happened, because I am really do apologise to everyone if you've just gifted me or whatever, and I've said nothing to you guys. So let me just, before I do any further role play, just thank every single one of you that has gone through, because I can see a lot has gone down. So we got, obviously, Crewy coming in with the 4 months. Izzy with the community gifted sub. Con Raiden. Hornby with the brand new Prime. We've got Dead Ginster coming in with the 4 months. Yeah, just give me literally 2 secs, bud. Twitch gifted 35 bits. Venomous Goku with the 350 bits. We had Hype Train started. A Hype Train completed at level 1 with 2 subs. Thank you so much. We had Sorsha coming in with the 3 months. Beefy Gaming with the 2 months. Alpo's gifting a sub to Joker G. Thank you so much. Nate coming in with the 7 months. Izzy with the 5 streak. Crewy with the 25 bits. We had Sean M coming in with the tier 1. Thank you so much. Hydrate from Thunder. Alex, thank you. Evening to Chris and Fist and Top and Chris Elder also on YouTube. Good evening. And Dixar, good to see you. Scott, Cam, Harrison, Tyler, Merry Christmas, Dave Bell, ADHD, Leanne, Sappening Cobra, Philip, Abdul, Reese, Kieran, and Cam and Claire. Thank you so much for all the bits on TikTok. We are actually, I think, number 37 in the weekly rankings on TikTok for the gaming community, which is insane. So thank you so much to all of you for gifting. You know for a fact, when I am available to say hello and thank everyone, I do. So thank you so much for you guys that have obviously gifted subs and also sent bits. I really do appreciate you.
GC1 direct.
Yeah, pass your message.
Hey mate, I've got Mr. Lewis Brick in the cells. He's wanting to have a conversation with you, sir.
Okay. Lewis Brigg, why am I being stuck in the cells again, man? If he wants to talk to me about anything related, then anyone can deal with it. If it's got something to do with the police officer in question, ask for a higher up. If the higher up's not available, then someone else can deal with it. Right, let's go. Let's go into the chat. Cam and Claire, thank you so much for the gingerbread man, and Tyler coming in with the elves as well. Thanks, guys. I really do appreciate it. I can't believe we're on the weekly rankings. When it popped up, I think we got to 11 in the weekly rankings yesterday. 11. That is insane. Who else have we got in here? If you've put a message in the chat, guys, whether it's TikTok, whether it's Twitch, YouTube, or Kick, please send another message so I can get it, because ultimately I'm now available to sort of answer people's questions. So if you've not already had it answered, please do put it again or say hello or whatever you want to do. But welcome in, everyone. Aaron, well, I'm ranked 40 now. Okay, cool, nice.
Yeah. Actually, I've got some in my pockets. Let me give you something. If they haven't offered
okay?
you that.
I've been in there an hour, so I'm a bit hungry. Hello, Mr. What's your name?
Thomas. Nice to meet you.
There you go, mate.
Nice to meet you.
How can I help?
So I got arrested about an hour ago. Well,
Right.
probably an hour and a half ago now. And what seemed to have happened was they said, "Oh, we'll wait for your solicitor to come."
Yep.
And then they went up for about half an hour. I pressed the red button in the cell. What he came back, took £4,600 off me in a fine, and then went on the phone and then proceeded to walk out the building and leave me here for an extra 45 minutes.
Right, okay. Do you know who the officer's name was?
I can't remember, sir, no.
I'll have a look on the MDT.
Yeah, that'd be great. No problem. Well, obviously, I do apologise about that. We do believe have sort of a bit of a time frame at the moment on if solicitors don't come down here. Obviously, I understand you shouldn't have been left in that long. Was there an MDC for it?
Yeah, it's the first one of the Lewis brick failure to stop.
Yeah, it was a failure to stop and everything.
Pam and Claire, thank you so much for the more gingerbreads. I appreciate you.
And I'm going to say, Mr. Brook wanted to wait for a lawyer. He was told that the only one available was in a meeting with yourself.
Yep.
And he still said he wanted to wait.
But
Then afterwards, he wanted to have his sentence commuted for his time spent in the cells, even though we told him that the only lawyer available was speaking to yourself and currently in a meeting.
Yep.
Wait, so you went on the phone and then fucked off?
No, that's not me. I'm the one who come down.
Yo, Wolfpack's coming in with 10 GGs. Let's go. Thank you.
Just said, mate, I can't be asked.
Yeah, I did say I can't. Yeah.
Welcome in the Wolfpack. I appreciate it. Welcome in, buddy. Hey, Diggy, love the content and hope the Luton players okay. Hey, Dean, how we doing? Good to see you. I appreciate you coming in. Hey, Jamie, good to see you. Merry Christmas, everyone. Scott as well, good to see you. Tyler, good to see you. Steph, hello. Ashley, welcome in.
And it's just making me a bit depressed.
Evening, Chloe, good to see you. Robster, welcome in. How we doing? Drake, good to see you. Where's GC2? He's having a real bad problem at the moment. Real bad problem. He will be in soon. Okay, well, obviously it's clear that you've been in the cells longer than you need to now. There is no lawyer that was available at the time. And obviously I'm sure you don't want to wait any lawyer longer for a lawyer. What I'm happy to do at this moment in time, okay, bear in mind that it was circumstances, etc. You've done your time and everything like that. I'm more than happy to release you out of here now. In regards to the fine that you've paid, due to the situation that's gone on, obviously you said that you were able to wait, but then obviously you didn't. You said how much has been taken out?
4,600.
4,600. Okay, so
check.
And my phone has been stopped.
Jamie, thank you so much for the 2 months as well.
I can give you a phone, mate. That's not an issue if we haven't got it here.
So what
I can tell you the exact amount then.
What I'm going to do today, okay, is purely based on the fact that they've got evidence of you, they've made you wait, etc. I'm happy to give you back £2,000 of that fine as a apologies of a compensation, just the fact that you're still in here. Officers, of course, they may have left you, etc. But if you said you wanted to wait for a lawyer and there's none been available, then obviously that's your time that you've decided to wait. So on this occasion, I will give you that back, the £2,000 out of the 4,600, and then we'll call it quits and move on from here. Does that sound fair?
Yeah.
Cool.
Sounds fair.
Now I've got to work out how I give him money. Right, let's have a look. Let me see if I've got cash on me. Shit. Shit, is there a way? How do I do this, chat? How do I do this? Someone help me, please. I don't know how I give someone money. Oh, shit. Right, just wait there 2 seconds, buddy, alright? Bigly, can I borrow your set, mate?
Yes, mate.
I don't know how to do it. This is really embarrassing. Right, other than taking him to the bank, how would I give him money?
Oh,
From the PD, do you know?
Not from the PD, I don't know, to be honest with you. But to be honest, I'm happy to take him to the bank and then drop him off where he wants to be, because I feel quite awful for him, to be honest with you.
You sure?
Oh yeah, definitely, sir. I feel awful. I think it's blooming out of order what's happened to him. To be honest.
Of course. What we'll do, I'll look to get you some money. Oh, hold on 2 secs. Right. Yeah. No, it's all right. I'll do it this way. Hold on 2 secs. 2 secs.
All right, mate.
How can I help, mate?
And those red guys are
keep
jumping over the wall and just knocked you off the tank. Can we arrest them or nah?
If you feel
I'll do
like
it this
it's
way. I
easy,
didn't
I'll
realise
go
you could
up
do
there
it for the phone.
Right, GC1, I'll be back in a sec now.
Yeah, no worries,
Sure,
mate. No worries.
Well, yeah, we're my
ATM upstairs, give cash.
I've been
swatted like that. You've been swatted like that. It's a cat I've had.
So they
Can you
pulled
go
me
get a
off
haircut? I know, I'm going to go get a haircut. I
something,
promise
they
you
got
after
me in
this, I'm getting a
station,
haircut.
They've left me in here for an hour and
How
a
much
half.
do your record has to be clean? It depends on what your record is, but I would say normally sort of 5 to a week, 5 days to a week, something like that. I wouldn't say anything too drastic.
GC1 about it right now. Oh, so what you're basically saying, I'm fired, and right?
Oh.
Yes, but it's from a warrant from 2 days ago.
Lewis, with the greatest respect, can you just put the phone down for 2 minutes so I can get this sorted and then we'll get you out of here? You can have a conversation in a minute.
So say again, bulk off. Oh, he's fucking on phone on me, the prick.
No problem, right.
Yeah.
Can you give us your number and I'll get this paid over to you?
My PayPal's 33. Fuck's sake. Well, that's not going well for me. My kids just died, Tom.
Not good, sorry to hear. Lewis, ping us your number. Airdrop your number to us. I'll get you paid.
Drop it?
Yeah.
I'll just airdrop your number now. Okay, I'm not being on my phone for a while. I'm trying to find it.
Think about maybe looking at me.
Yeah.
There we go. Perfect. Right.
Okay, now. Looks like I'm back on the road, Tom.
It looks that way. Apologies once again.
So.
Right, there you go. I've sent you some money, alright?
Oh, cheers, mate.
Right,
well, I'm off to cry.
Gonna be out of the front or the back gate?
Yeah, front, mate. Front.
Alright, no worries.
Fucking kicked on was a shit into this fucking person in a minute. Yeah, but...
Probably not a good idea to say that around an officer.
Well, it's only friendly. I'm a bit of play fighting. You still not got your head fixed yet?
I'm going now, mate. Unfortunately, I've not got out of this office all evening, so...
What the fuck's going on out here?
Yeah, that guy with his sunglasses on his top lip. Look at this guy.
What do you mean, look at this guy? Fucking open gate now.
I don't like snitching on people, but I'll only snitch on who just killed a police officer or something.
Unfortunately, like I said, we're not allowed to disclose that information.
Again, you just come here again.
Mr. Brooke, mate. Off your pop, mate.
So, Mr. Tom. Give me a second. Can I have your...
I refuse to talk to someone who's got that haircut,
Can I have your card, please, of identification?
No.
Why?
Can I ask for your reasoning?
Because you just call me a gimp.
Yeah, are you going to throw in the insults that you gave to me first, or are we just going to ignore that?
Richard, no, I didn't throw anything in.
You did, mate. I've got two officers with me that can also...
Yeah, so
if you want to go down this route, mate, I suggest you just walk out that gate.
Mr. Brooke,
are you refusing
Mr. Brooke.
to give me your identification?
Mr. Brooke.
I'm not refusing to do anything, mate.
So can I have your identification?
No.
No, so you're refusing?
Give it to him,
I'm
you're
not
meant to give
refusing
it.
to do anything,
Just give it to him. He's going to get out of here. I'm here anyway. Just give him your badge number, that's all you need to give him.
Hello.
Hang on.
Officer.
My head's gone a bit. It's coming.
Oh, no, this is actually...
Oh, I didn't receive that.
Right, come on then, Mr. Brooke.
I didn't receive his identification.
Yeah, come on.
Excuse me, mate.
It's Sierra 1022. Brooke, come on then.
Hello, mate.
Hello, mate, you're right. I'm just going to let this guy out of here. Perfect.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you, Mr. Brooke.
Alright, Slayer, mate.
In a bit, Robert.
Officer.
Yes.
Did you stick your finger in a plug socket?
I did, unfortunately, yeah. I don't want to talk about it. Cool. I know he said the exact same thing to me yesterday, so I wasn't entertaining it. If someone asks for your identification,
He already knows who I am, though. That's the thing.
yeah,
He's just been another. That's why
all
I
you
said
need
no.
to do is give him your badge number. That's it. You don't need to show him your.
He already knows it.
You don't need to show him your warrant card because you're on duty in uniform. All you need to do is say I'm Sierra 1060 from P9 police station or whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
That's
No
it.
worries. I just didn't want to give it to him because he's done it before.
No, of course. Well, he called me a pig 4 or 5 times yesterday and called me everything under the sun. And yeah, so he knows exactly
It's
what
the
he's
same
doing.
guy that came to the reception earlier, all nice and pleasantries. He's been running ragged all day.
Yeah.
I ain't got the time of day for him.
He's just been sat in a cell for 3 hours, so he's got a little
He's
bit
a
of steam
cranky,
off.
is he?
Yep. Right, should we go out? Did you say you wanted to speak to me?
I spoke to you earlier, so it's fine.
Okay, apologies. I've just been upstairs in a bloody meeting for an hour and a half, so I'm ready
Willie
to
still
get out
awake?
on the streets for a minute or two. If anyone else wants to come.
Is Officer Willie still about?
He's not, mate.
Not believe so. He's not on the radio. I can find out. Oh, what are you looking for?
He's been waiting all day for him.
Oh, have you? Oh, he was here earlier. I'm sure of it.
He was meant to sign off my comms from earlier.
Ah, right.
Well,
okay.
to be fair, I could sign off your comms because we had a pursuit earlier, and I was quite impressed with that.
Cool,
nice
get it
to
done
do.
in his MDT. I'm going
Yeah,
out
I'll
on
do that now.
I'm going to go to hairdressers and catch a few criminals. If someone wants to jump in, you're more than welcome.
Go on, then.
I'm going to go stay alone.
So annoyed. I asked Collins to sign off like
City in the morning.
3 of my things, and he hasn't done
Say
it.
if all you guys want to go with Roberts, because then we actually do have a firearms if needed.
Yeah.
If officers have not done it, please do report it in the right channels, just to say, look, I've done this earlier with officer whatever. Can you just chase it up with them?
I did chase him up, but I think he's just forgotten.
No, I understand that. Obviously, they're not doing it on purpose. They've got a lot of things to worry about.
Oh yeah, no,
but,
absolutely, yeah.
First thing we're doing, lads, is I'm going straight to hairdressers because I'm not having people take the piss out of me anymore.
I like the turkey trim.
10:14 to Lynn.
Lynn, mate.
Officer Wilson has updated your MTT, by the way, buddy.
Oh, yes. Oh, good.
No worries. And I'm going to pay to get all your names changed because...
Why he just said what? Why he just said what? The what did he say?
No
What, the
way.
GIMP thing or?
Just go by badge number, then it'd be easier.
That would be, I just need to know who's who. Mate, literally says.
It does just say L Bigley, L Bigley, L Bigley.
Ah, okay, cool,
Oh,
cool,
I've got
cool.
the,
No worries.
coupons on.
I shouldn't have really said it, should I?
Wait, Emmett, he bloody hasn't signed it off.
I shouldn't have said it myself. I was like, oh god, what am I doing? It was like, it's one of them things, isn't it? Yeah, Holden, what are you doing? Where are you?
Anyway, I'm going to stay 11.
What are you doing? Where are you?
No worries, boss.
How are we doing, my man? Good to see you.
Just check my MDT, he hasn't signed off the pursuit communications.
Okay, let me have a look.
Honestly, mate,
He's
I
doing me
hate.
dirty, he is.
I honestly hate seeing the police walls. I like you guys all come on to watch police work, and all you get most of the time. I understand I'm GC1, so I have to deal with it. But most of the time, all you see is me sitting in 4 walls dealing with people, and I'm like, oh,
that makes sense.
But it's good roleplay, you know. Regardless, I like talking to people. I'd much rather be talking to you on a traffic stop than a disciplinary or whatever. But ultimately, it's all it's all police work, isn't it?
2 more stops, and then that's fucking done.
So yeah, that's the only thing I would love to change is the fact that
Oh yeah, no, but I just want to get it
we
on.
can
Done and dusted.
we can change
Just
me
really quick,
getting out of the cells a little bit
I
more.
was awake early in the city on my own, and I believe someone told me that if you're the only officer online, you are allowed to go out.
Yeah.
I'm assuming even with body cam footage, if you carry out something, no one can cross it off unless they're actually present.
Yeah, so obviously you
Oof.
guys as students all have the ability to go on your own anyway, regardless, even if there's people on. It's just essentially because, you know, on your student phase, on day 1, you get inducted, you have traffic stop training, you have all that type of training. That is to make you aware of the standards that we want. And then it's to say, right, if there's no one around, off you go, you can do it yourself. If there's, obviously, ideally, you want to be with people to learn the rope, but also get it ticked off. But if you can't, or you want to go on your own, then we're not stopping you, and you can within the transit van, etc. But yeah, if you're really struggling for ticking stuff off and the time's going and you're putting in a real good shift, you know, you can go and speak to one of the higher ups within the recruitment team and say, look, I need someone to come out with me to tick these things off like immediately, or here's my video evidence to prove it, and then they can work with you from there. Because ultimately, you know, I want all of you guys to be on shift and have the full powers as quickly as I can, but I need to just make sure that you guys are fit for the standard that we want before we just let you go loose. And that's purely the reason behind it. We don't want to restrict people, but we just got to be a little bit mindful of it.
So arguably then, so like if we're, so if I'm saying like if you know go stay at 11, and we're all out and we're like smashing out traffic stops.
Yep.
If we've done like three or four by that point, are we then okay to get the body cam footage of that and send that through?
Well, ultimately, you want to do it with, you know, a mentor in the car so they can see it and they can then obviously prove it. Because ultimately, I've had a few students come to do the traffic stop with me, and I've picked up a lot of points from them. If they're doing the same way all the time, and then just sending the body cam over, it might not be the correct way until they get pulled up on it. So ultimately, it's like we have got some leeway with it, but we want to use that as a last resort if for whatever reason there happens where there's no one available to do your checklist. And then we say, look, I've been in 4 or 5 days now. I've been doing all these different things. Here's my evidence on it. No one's been around to tick them off. So can someone help me just, you know, not stay in this stage? And then obviously we can look at it from there.
Yeah, no worries.
Cool, let me just go get a haircut and I'll be back. Right, chat, let's get a haircut and get this sorted because I don't want to be like looking like this anymore. Right, hairstyle. He's got a pineapple on his head. I remember singing that at the football.
14 state 5 to this most recent.
There are some wacky hairstyles in it. I'm not looking like Callum Law, 100% not. I mean, that's not the end of the world. I don't want to look grey. Or I mean, that's not bad. I'm going to... Why is it really brown? Like, I want it dark. There we go. It just looks like it's been stuck on top though, doesn't it? It's like it's almost like a skin fade that's gone wrong, and they've changed their mind halfway through. We're rolling with it though. We're rolling. It's like I've tried to go on a skin fade, gone bald on top, and then I've sort of just stuck a wig on top. All right, we're rolling with it. We're rolling with it. Actually, I'm gonna go black because of the fact that it's brown and you can clearly see the difference. So let's go black.
E2.
Yeah, that's much better. It blends in more. Yeah, much better.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm back state 2.
There we go. Sorry, a little bit of a cone over and we're ready to go.
Stay away from them sockets.
Yeah, I need to. Right, we're going to do a couple of traffic stops. I'll happily, if you would like, I'll do the first one. And then over to you guys. Sound good?
Yield.
Cool. I'm really... What have I just done? This is really not good, is it?
What's that?
I've just turned around to drive on the left side when we arrive on the right.
Oh, it was a very fluorescent vehicle.
It was, wasn't it? Yo, release my fella coming in with the 20 roses. Cam and Claire coming in, and Face Master Mark coming in with a rose as well. Thank you so much. Welcome in. So I'm going to talk through a traffic stop then. Someone tell me what our first procedure is. What are we doing?
Lima Charlie, how's it going, Crawford? You back?
Yeah, I just need...
Anyone?
Was in the police...
Never done one.
Lot about 5 minutes ago.
10-14, can you repeat last, mate?
Hold on 2 seconds.
I was in the police parking lot about 5-10 minutes ago. Spoke to a gentleman as he was walking out the gate.
Don't say Lewis broke.
Was it...
which one of you was speaking? Spoke to the Lewis Brook?
If you're on about me saying that he was a gimp, it was me.
Yes. What was? What's
I didn't even speak to him.
Students are now with
1022.
He's in the car with me. It's 1022. Sorry, it's just Crawford's asking.
Can I have you up at the big G, please?
What did he say?
Sorry, repeat last.
I have 1022 brought up to the big G, please, GC1.
Yeah, receive that. I've got to drop you off at the big G, apparently, wherever that is.
Oh, there's no shot. Oh, I don't have time for this, man.
What? What, you done?
Roberts, are you okay for me to say that obviously you were called a pig several times? Actually, you know what, scratch this. I'll deal with this on my own, it's fine.
Yeah, ultimately, just go there and be honest in whatever you've got to say and give your side of events at the end of the day. Just listen to what they've got to say. There you go. Give us a shout on radio, and we'll come pick you back up.
I can't move.
Put your hands up. There we go.
Nice one.
Cool. Won't be long. Boggo's coming in with the raid. Let's go. Bash. Thank you so much. Welcome in. Right. So, talk to me. What are we doing on traffic stops?
So I've done one today.
Okay. Go on.
It was good. Good experience.
Okay.
Do you want to explain what you do?
Yeah. What do you do in a traffic stop? Talk me through exactly the procedure that you did.
So for the one that I did, once they'd pulled over, I asked them to roll down the window and turn their engine off.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
How was your stream?
Once
Good
they'd
evening.
done that, I kept it nice and friendly,
person.
said hello,
Okay.
told them who I was, wafted them over my badge so they could see that I was obviously legitimate.
Mike, do us a favour, refund it for today, and I'll do it next. I'll do it tomorrow. 100%. I'll do 2 tomorrow if I have to.
Today, type of thing. They knew what they're doing. They were absolutely fine. Took their license registration, took it back to the car. They had the car wasn't theirs, but it was a company-owned vehicle, so that was all fine. No warrants, nothing like that. Took his ID back to him. Basically said, you know, snowy and ice. Be a bit more careful. You know, keep yourself safe as well as everyone else's, and have a good day. And just gave them a warning.
Okay, cool. Why did you take the license back to the car? When you got his license plate or license details and ID, why did you take that back to the car?
Because they're his.
Sorry, say again.
I got the information that I needed from it.
So he gave you. So you're standing at the car. He gave you the license plate, or the license, his ID. What did you do with it? Did you say?
I took it back to the police car.
And why did you do that?
So I could check the MDT.
Right. And why would you do it in the car?
Because if they decide to do a runner or if they try to do a runner, then I'm there ready to go.
Okay.
And if I'm in the MDT, stood out in the open, someone could shake me up.
Okay. And what would be the third reason? Maybe. Okay. You've said 2 things, but at the other officer, what do you think would be the third reason?
To get run over.
No. Again, sort of. We'll put that within the kidnapping. There's one final reason that you would go back to your car to run his details.
Can they have view of his plate?
No. Well, I mean, AMPR, yeah, you could use AMPR to confirm his plate just in case you didn't get it. That's fine. But there is one other reason that you've missed that you haven't got.
So it's could get assaulted.
Hey, G, welcome in. How are we doing? Leah, good to see you as well. Hope you're well. Nope. Still going. What else we got? Leanne, how are we doing? Good to see you on TikTok.
Oh, fucking no, you're talking to someone that's not done it.
No, you give up on it?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not, I'm thinking.
Go on.
Done assault. Done running away. In case there's an emergency that comes up, over?
Over, like on the radio.
Shut up.
No. Do you want to phone a friend?
Can I get a hint?
Okay, so a hint would be, I'm trying to think of a hint without just telling you now. What about if the circumstances changed? That's your hint.
If the circumstances change. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Yeah. So once looking at the MDT, if I'm in the car, then I'm able to call for backup in case there's.
Could you come to the Gov building, please?
Yeah, copy that, en route now.
Yeah. So like, if it comes up that it's like a wanted criminal or something like that, then it gives me time to call for backup. And
there we go. Ding, ding, ding. You got it. So yes, absolutely. For the relevance of the other officer as well. Ultimately, if you have someone in the if you pull someone over and they've got a warrant out for their arrest, then you want to obviously call for backup. If you're standing in by their car and you're going through their MT, if you try to give them the evidence, or sorry, if you try to call for backup, you're going to make him very, very suspicious, aren't you? And you're not going to be able to call for that backup. So that's the whole reason why you turn around and say no. Okay, you go back to the car because then you can secretly turn around and say, hold on. I need backup. We okay?
Yep, of course.
All good? Ready?
Hello?
I'm now in pursuit of him. We're now going up Los Santos Freeway.
Hello? 1022, you good?
GC. Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah.
Alright, cool. Right, let's go. We okay, mate?
Hang on.
Oh.
Wait a sec.
Got that?
He can't see, but can you wait there?
Yeah, I can see you. I can't hear you, that's all.
He's asking you to wait.
Oh, is he? Oh, right, sorry. Couldn't hear him.
Got a present for you.
He's just going to pop his head.
1014, I've lost eyes.
Go on now.
State 5 to PD, I believe they've also graffitied outside a bit, so I'm just going to take some photos and write a report on it.
Yeah, copy that. Sorry, we're just dealing with a government matter at the moment.
Is he gone for you?
Yeah, he's gone fully. He's head popping.
Oh, right, okay.
Sorry, repeat last.
I said no problem.
Alright, no worries.
Hello, sir. I'm just going to clean your car while you're waiting.
That'd be amazing, thanks.
Okay, no problem. Method of payment is cash only, okay?
Yeah, no worries. If you have a look in the...
It is 6 pound per swirl. 36, 49. Yeah. Oh, it's very smoky.
Change it to the back. I love it when you can put like the red lights on instead. I'm gonna say to him, I hope it actually cleans it, because I'll try and give him some money. But if it doesn't clean it and it just stays the same, I'll be like, whoa, so you're gonna have to pay me now. You put more dirt on it. You just smudge the dirt around.
Okay, there we go. As good as second hand.
Thank you.
Welcome.
It's now dirtier than it was.
I'm sorry?
It's now dirtier than it was. You've just smudged all the dirt around.
Yeah, but I don't have a clean cough. What do you expect me to do?
Ah, well.
He also didn't charge you, so.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, if not, I'd charge him.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Is this GC1 correct?
It is, mate. Yeah. How can I help?
You just alright? Just stepping over here, pal. Just so I've got something for you.
Oh, go on then.
Cheers, mate.
It's not a Christmas pudding, because I fucking hate Christmas pudding.
You what? Sorry?
So hopefully it's not a Christmas pudding, because I fucking hate it.
Why would it be a Christmas pudding for, mate?
Well, what's on your head?
There's nothing on my head.
Spaghetti.
You look like you've decided to eat the whole of the Christmas cake and just head dive straight into it.
I don't know what you're talking about, mate. Anyways, yeah, I heard you're a massive football fan.
I am indeed.
So obviously, rumour on the street is that you support a pretty decent local team.
It is pretty decent, I'll give you that. Thank you.
So it's all good. They've got a couple of decent players, mate. So what I have found for you, it's from the comic book shop before it closed down. I've actually found a limited edition match attack for you, mate.
Oh, wow, okay.
So cherish this, mate, as it's super rare, because there's not that many of them, because realistically, they're not really playing that well at the moment, are they?
Well, you know, different league and all that lot,
mate.
yes.
They're not playing the best, but decent card. But there you go, mate. Merry Christmas.
Sorry, let me just have a look at this. 2 seconds.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Yeah, they're not playing the best, like.
The fuck's that?
What?
Who's that?
It's Alejandro Garnacho, Papa.
Oh, legend.
What do you mean? I told you they're not playing that well.
No, they're not. No, they're.
Yeah.
No, I can think of a lot better players right now.
What do you mean?
Well, I could probably think of Ross Barkley. I could probably think of Ogbene. I could think of Adebayo. Are you a United fan the way you're talking?
I am.
Ah, actually, that might be a good thing. Actually, then I'll give you this. Okay, I'll leave you with this nice fact. Okay. All right. So, as you say, I support a fantastic Premier League team, being Luton Town. We have a striker that is called Elijah Adebayo. We brought him 4 years ago from Walsall for 250,000. Yeah. He's played 500 minutes in the Premier League this year across 17 games, and he scored 5 goals. he scored with every shot he has done this season in the Premier League.
I'm a RTC, so I'm just
Raja
trying to get my car
Hoyland,
out,
I think it is, isn't it? 72 million or 76 million from Man United. Who? Hoyland, is it? Hoyland? Yeah. 0 goals. 0 goals. 800 minutes. 312 minutes more. So that's 3.5 games more than a striker. And 72 million.
Support United. Which one of you support United?
The one that you just spoke to up there.
Oh, by the way, as well, sorry. By the way, sorry. Luton played Bournemouth at the weekend. Unfortunately, it was suspended, real gutted circumstances. But we scored. Well, guess who scored it? Elijah Adebayo, 1-0. And then they scored. It was 1-1. It was 1-1. What was the score of Man United against Bournemouth? Tell me.
Sec, mate. I'll just get it up for you now. One sec, pal.
Tell me.
Memento.
Premier League titles
4-4-4. No, wait, whoa. Boys, just calm it a sec, This gentleman seems to be a man of stats. Man of stats.
Yes, I live in the present, sir.
Hold on, mate. Yeah, no,
we all like to live in the Fergie time, don't we?
No, I mean, you can live in the present, mate. I'm just scrolling down because you're that far down. 18th, yeah. Speak to me when you're above Nottingham, mate, okay?
I will do, sir. No problem. I look forward to welcoming you to our ground. Unfortunately, you know, it was a 1-0 loss at your place. I'll give you that. It is in my back garden, you're right. And I'll openly welcome you with our sofa that we've got in the back garden as well. You can watch it on our finest sofa.
Yeah, enjoy playing Leeds next season, mate.
Anyway, I'm sure you've got to get back to London because that's where obviously you live.
Question: What's his?
Someone lives in Manchester.
What's that guy's name?
Which guy? Sorry.
The Adebayo guy.
Elijah Adebayo. You look him up. He's quite high up in the goal scorer table compared to the United.
Who's the most popular Luton Town player?
Probably Ross Barkley. Most people know him as a ex-Premier League, and then followed by Townsend, maybe Andros Townsend, another guy that's done quite a lot over Man United in the years.
To be fair, he did score.
Yeah, one sec. Let me just give you this one here. Yeah, there you go, mate.
Rashford, another one that's not done too much lately. Yes.
But you'll never see a Luton player with one of them cards.
How many goals has Rashford scored this year?
Oh, mate, that's a sick guy.
That's what I thought. Have a good one. Enjoy not finishing higher than 10th.
I'm so hungry.
You scored higher than 10th.
Fuck, I locked it. Shit.
Enjoy tasting snow, dickhead.
Uh-oh. You didn't see this.
Damage of a government vehicle.
Oh dear.
Mum.
It's good school in it's good school in Glory Hunters.
Oi.
Which part of Manchester are you from?
I'm not, my dad.
Croydon.
Croydon?
Yeah.
No.
No? Oh, no, you're right. Sorry, that's London, isn't it? Croydon.
He's not from London.
Not from London, mate.
Oh, so where are you from? Sorry. How rude of me not to ask.
Incest.
From incest land, yeah. You're not right. You're not right. You're not wrong.
I haven't. Well, I'm not right, but I'm not wrong. So Croydon is where you live, is it?
Oh no, sorry. I was talking to Lynn.
Oh, sorry.
No, I don't live in Croydon.
Where do you live?
Are you telling me that you live in Luton?
I do. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I support my local team.
How can you live in Luton when you're fucking here?
Is it a crime not to support your local team?
So do you realise that a job is you travel to your job? You
don't
work where you. Well, some people do because they work from home, but I certainly don't.
OnlyFans.
Liam, thank you so much for the 10 months. Bash.
Literally going to be there in about 2 minutes, mate. What's up?
He's still circling around PD, and we've got a white V Volkswagen, which I've just caught jumping over the side.
Fucking arrest.
Surely we're free.
What's going on?
Arrest if it comes up.
Yeah, we're literally going to be there in about 10 seconds.
What's he said?
Well, it's white Volkswagen and people keep jumping over or something.
The fuckers have read against
Basically, they're expressing their hatred for
Can get this vehicle pulled over, please? A car will come out of that.
+3 in pursuit.
I reckon this is Brooke. We pulled Lewis Brooke over in this vehicle yesterday.
He was in this vehicle earlier.
Do you want me to take photos of it? Pull over the vehicle. Go on then, over to you. No.
Good pull over that.
And the amount of people that think that they can outdo it, bro, he is so good at driving.
Right, pull the vehicle over. Right, let's have a chat over the side, and then it won't go any further. Simple chat, and we won't need to take any further. Otherwise, I'll just get the whole force here, and it will be in very badly for you. Can you hear me? Or the cat got your tongue?
So, draw pull over the car. Look, mate, we can make this a lot easier. Fair enough. At least he was honest.
Did he say anything?
He just said
no, mate.
Oh, I didn't hear him.
Hey, about the comms, I'm right behind you.
Yeah, he's coming back down. We'll see how the manner of the driving is, but we'll look to escalate towards spike strips if possible. His threat limit towards the police in the station, what was that all about?
Blood's vehicle now joining on you, I believe.
Probably that. The gentleman was wearing red bandana, but not any relevance potentially. Here's now reset. I'll let you guys take comms.
Yep. Go northbound till just past El Palo freeway. Gotta go past Garage 8.
I don't know whether it's cop baiting or not.
Still going north past Legion Square.
Good job. That was a fair good block for him actually. I thought he almost sent me off because of that, which is a good little block. Good job he didn't try and drive actually into me.
Going past Bevan Sharp, taking a left.
I've got a vehicle that should keep up with him, to be fair. I'm in a traffic vehicle, so it should handle okay, but the snow's terrible. I hate the snow.
Taking a left, going past Garage 8. Left again.
Bigley, stop there. Bigley, stop there and get ready for potential spikes if he comes back the other way, if he does a donut again.
I've just been rear-ended by Blood's vehicle.
Okay, we'll up this to we'll up this DRA now. We will look to try and prevent strike ships if possible, and if we get tapped again, we will look for tactical conduct on level 3 or above.
I'm going to dispatch and get this Blood's vehicle because he's just rear-ended me.
Yeah, this vehicle's just continuing doing anti-clockwise turns around Legion Square.
Yeah, it's coming towards you.
Making a right now.
I was hoping he was going to be alert to that one.
Making another right down in the alleyway.
Oh, you're joking, Bigley. My fuel's going on it. I'm not gonna be able to keep up with this. I'm gonna have to pull off.
I'll dispatch.
Oh my god, I didn't even realise that there's fuel. I didn't realise. Fuck's sake.
I don't know why, but it's full in my eyes.
Yeah, it's different for everyone.
Yeah, it's not for me.
It's because it was sat talking for ages, that's why.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Whoa!
Yeah, I've got a voice.
Ah, shit.
Whoa, be
It's the way
careful.
that we have to stay in the
1022 to 1014. Do you remember if that guy that you chased off road was had a red bandana in his back pocket?
Top off him.
Sorry, can you repeat last?
Yeah, he wasn't wearing a top either.
Got that.
I don't know if you wanted to arrest this guy. I'm pretty sure this is the one that he followed from outside PD all the way off-road. Got connection with the Regent Bank robbery that we did. I'm stuck. No, I'm not. Alright, boss, can I help you?
You just gonna fucking stand there?
Yeah, we are, mate.
M14, I've still got eyes on the vehicle.
We'll try again.
Yeah, mate. You're alright, mate. You
Flip
got a
your
frog
car
in
around
your
one
throat.
sec.
He's paying for this then.
Me, I'm doing it now, but I'm trying to fuel it.
Is that me? If you don't mind the way.
Put it down now, son.
Hard man, still.
Why is it not doing it? Can you see if you can try and fuel this? Because I have no idea. It's not working for me.
What you say, mate? I just wanted to tell you, oh shit, you shouldn't.
I did. I used 50. I used 80. I'll have to go to another one if not.
I'll be honest with you, mate. I ain't got nowhere.
Working or not?
I have nowhere in there like that. How old am I? I'll leave that for you to find out, son.
Is it working?
Leave her, mate.
Thank you, mate. Call the police, we can't help it.
Is it working for you?
Nah.
Alright, let me try this one.
Oh, sorry, I thought you wanted to go.
Oh, sorry, I'm just gonna. I find it bloody hilarious how a person that wears a mask over their face and a fucking hat says that I've got a dead trim and I'm ugly, and he's bald.
There we go. 40. What seems to work.
Asked him his age, and he wouldn't tell me. I was like, mate, you sound young. To be bald under that age is a crime.
You go to the headlights. Yeah, it gives you the option in that certain area to do it, but I don't know why. How are we all doing anyway? How is everyone in chat? Hope everyone's having a great evening. DJ, good to see you. Rossi, good to see you as well. How are we doing?
I mean, he's the one hanging about with the two old.
Alright, come on then.
Jesus.
Oh, I probably should put the nozzle back before I...
Yeah, I don't fancy blowing up.
Right, we've got half. They'd only let me put 40 litres in, apparently. Bigley, location, please?
Square car park, I think they're trying to bait me in.
Garage A.
Yeah, copy that. We're en route now.
That's a vehicle here, and we've got a white Volkswagen.
Okay.
I'm just gonna pop in my head for like 2 minutes. Somebody else wants to
Yeah,
take
no
comms.
worries.
Do you want me to take comms?
That's what I'll do, mate. I ain't done it.
Yeah, go for it.
Taking a left onto Strawberry Avenue, taking a left around Legion Square onto San Andreas Ave, another left round Legion Square again.
Bigley, get ready for some spikes, please. Just hang back.
Yeah, will do.
Taking another left hand side around Legion Square, another left on Legion Square. As you could guess, another left on Legion Square. Continuing forward now under Power Street, taking a left into the car park, taking a left back towards Legion Square again.
Go through the alleyway.
Taking a right through the alleyway, reset.
Go towards him, but... Oh, shit! I couldn't stop.
Taking a right towards Legion Square again. Continuing forward on Legion. Taking a left-hand turn onto Vespucci, which is around Legion. Continuing forward towards the freeway. Still continuing forward towards the freeway. Now heading down Del Perro Freeway.
Put your belts on, lads. Wow, this is quick.
Still continuing down Del Perro Freeway, weaving in and out of traffic. Speeds in excess of hundreds. Still on Del Perro Freeway, but he's slowed down. He's done a U-turn, he's still underneath us.
Going back towards you, Bigley.
U-turn down Del Perro Freeway. Speeds in excess of 110 miles an hour. Still continuing down Del Perro, now coming back into the city. Now entering the city, coming towards Legion. Taking a right Legion towards Garage A. Taking a right towards Pillbox Hill. Continuing forward on Pillbox Hill. Taking a right turn.
Spun out.
Vehicle spun. Doing a U-turn.
What's the problem?
Pull over and we'll talk. You're not getting away, so pull over. Pull over and we'll talk.
Still on Elgin Ave, just doing circles.
You're not getting away, so pull over.
Did a U-turn, now heading down Pillbox Hill again, past Pillbox Hospital. Taking a left-hand turn onto the freeway. Continuing on the freeway, taking the right-hand turn on the freeway. Continuing on the freeway.
I'm back.
Taking a left-hand turn to Poplar Street. Taking the left-hand turn towards Pillbox Hill again.
It's a good little pursuit,
doing a
guys.
seatbelt
I
check,
like
guys.
it. It's
Yeah,
but
we're
it's
all good.
not too.
Taking the,
It's not
continuing
too
at Pillbox
fast.
Hill, carrying forward.
When you have to weave in and out of traffic, it's quite.
Still continuing forward on Pillbox, going all the way down towards Legion.
God's vehicle just got absolutely fucking ruined, dickhead.
Make it roll.
I tried to
Taking a
make him go
right-hand
one way
side
and
off
then
the
no,
freeway.
fucking couldn't avoid.
Continuing on the freeway.
Joke's on him, we just fueled up.
Taking the right-hand turn on the freeway.
Yeah, we've only got half left.
To overtake.
If you're in a quicker car, failing that, obviously we're just still looking for some spike strips if possible.
Trying to get him out, but that blood vehicle just keeps coming up to me. And the issue is, he's wanted the guy in the vehicle matches the description of someone who attempted murder on 2 officers earlier on this
Yeah, the
evening.
knife. Oh, this is your fella, Lynn.
Right-hand side of Pillbox Hill. Continuing on
What?
Pillbox Hill.
On your right.
Why has my car just decided to give up on itself?
Vehicle's now going down Legion Square again. We took a left towards the direction of PD.
Right, get out ready for spikes. Think about spike strips if you can.
Continuing on straight. Speed.
Oh, he's gone. No, in.
Just under the old pillbox towards the dual carriageway.
Unlucky, lads. Good effort.
Continuing straight, going at speeds of over 160 miles per hour.
Do we wait here until he comes back?
Hopefully he will come back. We'll try and get up as far as we can, but we've got barriers either side to worry about, haven't we? So we can.
I think it's think about
RTC. Yeah, en route now. Which side?
Boxing. Opposite side of the road.
Copy. Oh, we've got levitating cars.
He's broke off. Continuing up towards the prison.
Taking over. No eyes as of yet.
Is that him just in front?
I don't know, he could have pulled off.
Travel a little bit slower behind, just in case I see him come on the oncoming traffic.
Yeah, copy.
Yeah, still heading past the penitentiary now, but still no eyes.
Hey!
Yeah, there's no eyes up to the prison. I think we'll have to. Oh, hold on, stand by. I can see him, keep going. Stand by. I could have swore there was a car just sitting there. No, it's not. Yeah, I believe that's going to be a loss at this prison. Maybe head back towards the Legion, and if we see the Range Rover, we can maybe go after that, if not.
Copy that.
Lozo's coming in, 12 months. Bash, 1 whole year. Lozo, thank you so much. Welcome in. How we doing? 12 subs, guys, out of 15 today. Thank you so much. How we doing? Radish, yeah, I think he's.
They did have a major
yeah,
RTC.
It's gone well.
I'm quite shocked they're still driving at the moment.
Lozo is gifting a sub as well. Lozo, Ash, thank you so much coming in with the 12 months and then celebrating them 12 months with a gifted sub. Thank you, Lozo. I appreciate you. Yeah, no problem. Well, we'll try and see if we can get hold of him at all. I don't have a matching description, but his direction of travel did head back towards the city, didn't it, last time? So we'll see if we can catch him up again.
Yeah.
Cool, good communications there, guys. Well done. We tried to give as much information as we can through an IPP, but we don't want to give too much information all over the radio, and it ended up just clogging up the comms. So you did well there to space it out, so it was good. I like, when I do my communications, I like to mainly use landmarks than I do road names as much. So for instance, we're heading here, we're heading down in towards Legion. People know where to sort of roughly head. If we were to take a left here, we would be heading towards Mirror Park. If I was to turn right here, I'd be heading towards, we're in Legion, heading towards Red Car Park. So where you kind of get an idea of where people's intentions may be. So for instance, if they're driving and they're heading this way, a lot of people like to try and potentially decamp, or they like to try and mix it up a bit. Red Garage is a good opportunity to do that. So if people know they're heading towards a landmark, then obviously we can work with that. The same, for instance, if we went past Red Garage, we'd then be heading towards the pier, or it could be the burger shop, something like that, or the Chinese monument. If we're doing left,
I hope you have a really good night, and well done to my nephews. Yeah, I'm glad you're in the force with me. Thank you.
well done, Big League. Good work tonight. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
See you later.
And yeah, same here. Like obviously, we're now heading towards Mirror Park. If we take a left here, we're now heading towards the bus station. So we're giving good landmarks that people kind of will know where it is. If I turn around to you and say they're on Innocence Boulevard, it's going to take you a couple of minutes to think, fuck, where's Innocence Boulevard? Whereas if I turn around to you and say Red Garage, you're going to know where that is straight away, aren't you? So that's what I tend to do, and it does help quite a lot. But obviously you get used to it as you go through what you would like to do.
Oh, I've got a feeling I'm going to fall through the map here.
Oh yeah? If you want to get out at this point, and then you can walk in here yourself, by all means, just to make sure. Yep, you good?
No, I'm good, but I
No,
can't
good.
see a thing.
Okay. I would recommend. You've got some your little glasses that you. I see your contact lenses.
Yeah,
if you go into there and make sure your extended texture budget is up to at least 40%, if not more. If it's a 0, that will probably be your issue. Oh.
He's gone.
And he's gone. Oh, there he is.
And he's back.
I genuinely didn't mean to put glasses on. Smurfy, how was it? Thank you so much, Bigley. How was your stream?
5 second now.
Welcome in.
All good.
Fixed it, cool. Yeah, just make sure your contact lenses are about the 40% or so. That's what I put mine at, and they really do help.
Nice.
All right, guys, it's been a pleasure tonight. Apologies, it's been short, and we didn't really get up to too much other than the chase. We'll be back on tomorrow night, and we'll get some more bits and pieces out and going. Obviously, you're coming near the time where you can look to do your PC exams and stuff like that, so keep working hard, keep pushing your checklist. And, you know, if you're unable to get a ride along, feel free to go out on your own in a transit van, go do some traffic stops, get it recorded, and if worse comes to worse, you've got it there as evidence if you need it.
Yeah, no worries, man. Nice one.
All right, cool. Keep up the good work, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
Cheers, boss. Take care.
Take care.
Cheers, bud.
There's triplets. Yeah, they're triplets. It's good. It's nice actually, but the annoying part is there's L Bigley, and L Bigley all on the radio. I'm like, oh, for God's sake. Let me make sure this is locked. For some reason, it's not locking. Nope, it's not locking. So yeah, how was your stream? Hope it was good. You weren't seeing things, definitely not. No. Guys, thank you so much, Tyler and Unknown, coming in with the elves and the roses. Guys, thank you so much. You've been really kind again to me tonight. The server is called Project9, so it's discord.gg/Project9. You are more than welcome to come and join it and see. It is good fun. And yeah, one final thing before I look to head off. There is my stand mic. Don't forget, guys, we have our merchandise store. I'd like to push it out to see anyone. You can buy merchandise if you do !merch in the chat. You've got the link to go straight to my merchandise store. You can buy stuff on my store. It does come up on stream if you do purchase it while you're on stream, and you get a little link if you put your name in. You obviously get shout out, stuff like that. But we've got loads of cool things. There's lots more being added as well. We are going to be doing some giveaways now. It's coming up to Christmas for the chance to win some vouchers for the store, as well as lots of other giveaways that we do. So feel free to take a look at that. Obviously, it does really help myself pay all the bills and everything like that. And obviously, the support is nice. So thank you so much to everyone. I've had a really, really good time tonight. We've ended up having a meeting with Slater. He was getting sacked throughout, and I've sort of thrown him a potential lifeline that I need to speak to the others to see whether he could come back as a student and work his way back up from there. But that was really good role play from there. We've then taken the students out and done some bit of there. We've taken a piss out of Dunny for being a United fan, so we've done that. There's lots of things, and ultimately, how do I feel about Luton? I'm really glad for him. Ultimately, you can't have 2 cardiac arrests on the pitch within 7 months and be absolutely fine. I hope he comes through with it and all good. I'd love to see him out there again, but it's really difficult, isn't it? I worked with the best officer, right? Absolutely, yes. Yes. Shit, what was this? I was trying to think Lynn Bigley. I don't want to pick out on one of them, but yeah, I should have said rather than he's got to retire. Yeah, he's got to think of his health, hasn't he? That's the biggest thing. Got to think of his health. That's the big thing. Brody, thank you so much for the elves and the roses. I appreciate everyone. Justice for Slater, absolutely. It's been good tonight. It's been good. If you have enjoyed it, please do make sure you smash that like button or the follow button in all of the things. We are currently live on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Kick, on all 4 platforms. You can come check us out. It's Deggy UK across them all. And I've really enjoyed myself. I will be back tomorrow, 8:45, 9 o'clock-ish tomorrow. Going to be on a little bit later because we're staying up because we've on nights the next day after that. But let's go see who is still in the city, shall we? Does anyone know anyone that is still in the city in P9? If they are, please let me know, because I can't see anyone in my list. Robbo. What's Robbo's name? And I will head over that way. P9, let's see. Dunny is? Are you sure? On my list here, I've not got Dunny. I've got someone called Aaron. Aaron MUFC. Aaron, right, we're going to go with Aaron. We've not given him a follow, so we'll give him a little follow. He is an Irish streamer, P9, Day in the Life of Crime. So we're going to go show some love to some crime. He's got 3 people watching him right now. And let's go show some love. There we are. Bigley's not on. No, Bigley's Smurfy. Bigley's Smurfy, the one that obviously raided me. So, yeah, we're going to go over to a United fan. Me and United on flop. Go give him some love, guys. He is Crim in P9. I've literally just followed him now. If there is any other streamers that are on P9, please obviously make me aware as well, because I can follow them and we can share the love throughout. So anyone that is on Twitch right now can go and share some love over there. But guys, thank you so much. Please do blow up his chat. Send him all the follows and obviously drop all of the emotes in his chat. The Tom Raid, PD on top, or whatever you want to say. Please go show some love to him. For anyone that isn't joining the raid, let me just put his thing in the chat so you're all aware. Right, come on then, let's go. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing it all tomorrow. Good night, everyone.